Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, they alright, but we a little rough. We're stepping for the title and face your rival. This ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
I'm LeBron James, boy.
Definitely. Oh man, I eat shit, bro. I eat shit. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Cause I ain't supposed to, nigga. Nah, never been. Never been. Not on my blood. Never been, bro. I'm nigga. Yo, you been fed from a silver spoon your whole life. I know that shit. Yo, sign the fucking contract. Nobody, bro.
What was that conversation like for you moments ago?
How does it feel that you gotta? The only way you're relevant is through me.
Relevant through.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing coming to you live and direct all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, man. So definitely wanted to get a little cook in on this Tank versus the Ghost Martin. I think this is a good fight. I'm excited about it. Um, for me in general, I think this is gonna be, one of Tank's toughest tests. I think the funny thing about Tank is, he get a lot of unnecessary criticism, but the thing I will say is Tank seems to be one of the most solid guys in boxing. So I'm really hoping to see what's going on. I'm really hoping to see what happens when this fight takes place because I think that this is going to be the toughest challenge of Tank's career. He's going against another slick southpaw. On top of that, he's got to face a guy who really knows how to box. And I think, I'll be remiss to say that Tank Davis, man, doesn't enough credit, get enough credit for being a good fighter. So I'm excited to see what happens. I think this is gonna be really one of those throwbacks. I think if Tank can win this fight, this will be another notch in the belt. We already know he's probably the number two box office attraction in boxing behind, of course, Canelo. Super my brother like that. Um, I just think the thing about Tank is that Tank puts the work in, so it's gonna be nice to see what happens if he's able to beat Frank Martin. Because to be honest, the only other fight you would want to see him at 135 fight is against Sugar Shakur, the Puerto Rican star from New Jersey. But I'll say this: for me, I'm over the moon excited about this opportunity for Tank because I think Tank can put a lot of people, making a lot of people be quiet because truth be told, man, he really doesn't get enough credit for what he does in the ring and who he's fought. Um, So I'm excited. I'm excited either way it goes because, like I said, I think Tank Davis is a terrific fighter. Um, I'm hoping that once he gets done with, say Frank Martin, hopefully he can fight Shakur. We all know that Bob Arum said he's looking to possibly make the Shakur fight. Um, and then from there, we would love to see him go against, two-time lineal champion Teofimo Lopez. So I think that'll be a good fight. And I honestly want to see Tank versus Tio because that's a legacy fight. Um, Teofimo Lopez is 25 years old, pretty much already has a soft case to go to the Hall of Fame already. So I think it'd be great, man. I'm just excited to see what happens. You
Mm-hmm.
never know when it comes to boxing who's gonna do what. But like I said, I think this is a great fight for Tank. He's throwing a lot. And you know what? It's hard to be the number one guy because let's be honest, number one guy is not going to chase anybody in North City. You're not
Mm-hmm.
expecting him to send anybody a contract.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Floyd, so he's not going to do things Floyd does. He's away from Floyd, so I just want to see what happens with Tank. We all know he's a terrific fighter, but the fight he has to fight before he leaves the sport is two of them, honestly. I think, of course, it's against two-time lineal champion Teofimo Lopez, probably the most avoided man in boxing, and definitely he has to fight the American Dream, Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney showed showed a lot against Regis Prograde. We all know that, unfortunately, Lomachenko was robbed in that fight. But hey, if Lombo's not gonna complain, I'm not gonna complain. But the most exciting thing about it all is that Tank Davis again surprises everyone with a tough fight. What's going on, Prize? What's going on, D3?
Yo, what's goody, bro? He
What's
was just
up?
cooking
What's
real
up?
quick. He was just cooking. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with you, man. I agree with you, brother. I think this is going to be a hell of a fight. A lot of people got Tank with the knockout. I got it going 12. I think it is going to be exciting. We might just want to see a rematch. You know, this is a good fight, and ain't no more excuses. I don't want to hear people running around down talking Tank, for not fighting this kind of a fighter or that kind of fighter. Now he's fought in some of everybody after this, and he doesn't get enough credit, BVO, for his IQ. I was watching him box Pitbull Cruz today, and he was just turning them. It was a good fight. That was a pretty solid fight. And Javante footwork, he is an A fighter. That's what an A fighter looks like. And I'll agree with you again. I want to see the fights. Devin Haney, Shakur, and Tio. I want to see Tio fight Tank too. I don't care if I get Tio and Tank next instead of Tio and Devin or Devin and Tank. If I get Tank and Tio next, I'm cool. You feel me? As long as they mix it up. And if he go fight Pitbull or something like that, and then they come together, I'm cool. But I just want to get them there. I want them the young boys to get in there and mix it up like back in the day. And they got all the opportunity to make good money and take care of their families. They need to get it on and get on and just whoever wins, it don't matter. If you lose, cool. We gonna rock with you next time. You come back. You know what I mean? But that's what I want to see, BVO.
yeah. I think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a big challenge. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, you're talking about a guy who's um, probably the number two guy in boxing. I don't know.
Some
Maybe,
people say
maybe,
he's the
maybe I'm being,
face.
maybe I'm reaching. I won't say number two. I don't want to lie to the people.
Well, you
But
know what we should do one day, BVO? We should
Tank
do a
Davis is a very, very popular fighter. Um,
yes.
the thing about Tank is he has a tremendous skill, but he got that one punch knockout power. And I think personally, I don't think as many guys that can really compete with Tank. But the hit
Mm-hmm.
that the fight's going to be in Houston, Texas. That's
Excuse me.
becoming another hotbed for boxing. So I think that'll be terrific. That'll be a good fight for Tank. And it just shows that Tank,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Garcia are guys who can go anywhere and make, millions of dollars. So it's just good to see this, man.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
I'm just hoping that once Devin Haney is defeated, I hope that Tank still fights him because a lot of us know that Ryan is just like Marvin Hagler. He has war on his
What?
mind, and I think he's gonna destroy. I think he's gonna destroy
You want to do
Devin the American Dream Haney.
you want to do a bet on that? A friendly bet. So, Odell like $50,
Huh?
$20. So do you want to bet that?
Oh, we can bet that, man.
A little friendly bet, you know.
Yeah.
Easy
What you
work.
think about all this, D? For you, pretty quiet today.
Nah, I mean, I agree with most of what you said. The only thing I don't agree with, I don't believe that Loma was robbed. Um, I believe it was a close fight. The judges saw that Devin won the fight. I mean, it is what it is. I wish they would. Well, Loma's not big enough for them to be able to run it back. Because I would love to see them run it back. I think if they run it back, I think it'd be a lot worse for Loma in the second fight. Because I think Devin fought the wrong style, and it could be Loma. But I love all the fights that I see coming along right now. I I I heard Pitbull call out Tank Davis, and he's been calling for Tank Davis for the longest. But I don't know. Maybe Tank will fight him now that he got the WBA. But I mean, Tank don't want to fight him. I have no problem with that. Tank already beat him with one hand. It's all up to Tank if he want to fight him or not. I would love to see the Shakur Stevenson, the Devin, and the To, and a few other guys. So it's looking good. I know when we talked the other day, and BBO, you had said it seemed like it started off. It's not as this year is not as popping as last year, but that's because last year we started off in January with the Tank Davis fight, and we had that huge card with Tank Davis when he had Hector Garcia, you had Bubu Andrade on there, you had Jerron Booth Sanders, you had Speedy Rashidi Ellis. We had a lot of names on that
That was a
card.
good damn card there with all those guys.
Yeah, then he turned around and came back in April and had the Ryan Garcia fight. So it started off early last year, but I mean, the other night, last week, that wasn't a bad card. It just Tank. I mean, we all see PBC is the one that puts on the biggest fights because everybody's saying it started off slow, and DAZN and ESPN then already had cards multiple times this year. So it just shows you that PBC is the one that makes the biggest cards. If everybody think this year is starting off slow, is because PBC didn't put a card on until March. So
Yeah, salute that, man. We got 7 people in the building, man. Please smash that like button.
Please, for the
And
sake of it.
subscribe.
It's free.
We've been doing real good, man. I appreciate everybody subscribing, liking the videos. We kind of getting back where we usually are. I got a
Shout
warning
out to
removed.
Carlos.
So salute to everybody, man. My man Carlos been talking goofy in the comments. So I love my man Carlos.
Yeah,
Man.
shout out to him.
One of my most loyal subscribers, man. I appreciate you. But
Yeah,
like I said,
appreciate you.
I think the funny thing is, man, you know, I understand that we want to see, Tank versus Devin Haney or Tank versus Shakur at the end of the day, but I do want to give Tank credit because he's wearing the crown. And for him to take on Frank Martin, a guy that Shakur purposely lowball so he wouldn't take the fight, I got to give him credit for that. Because the Puerto Rican kid from Jersey really did everything he could to make sure Frank wouldn't take the fight. So
You think so?
I don't know if that's a duck or I don't know
You really
what you
think
would
that,
call it.
BBO?
I think so because I just think about
That's
when
crazy.
when he was on $1 Million Worth of Game and just the way he was talking about Frank Martin, and it's kind of crazy because one thing I noticed about Shakur is when it comes to a black fighter, they're MFs, they're Bs, they this and that, but when it comes to say a white fighter, it's nothing but respect and this that, and the third. So I just really want to see somebody go and bust the core's head. Because I'm kind of proud of him, man. I want to see him fight somebody, man. And he's a 3 division champion, but the best guy on his resume is still Jamel Herring, and Jamel Herring, as we know, is a belt holder because he stayed getting knocked out. But the thing I will
That's
say
deep.
though is that salute again to Tanks for taking on a tough fight because I'm starting to believe Frank Martin might stop him. I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't make that my final pick.
He got a good chance, BBO, because Frank Martin's an incredible guy. People want to know how he's going to do when the lights come on. I think he's going to perform well. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I think he's going to perform. I mean, what you think?
Um, I would say this. I would ask you this, man. So when you hear Frank
Frank
Martin
gonna come
saying
to
that when you hear Frank Martin say that he wants to salute my man Crush,
You don't think he's gonna come to fight?
uh, when I don't know, I just think when what Frank Martin said, he kind of wants to kind of prove a point by knocking out Tank. I don't know if he can do that, but that's what he said. What you think about when he says that, Free?
I mean,
That's tough, man.
he's saying what he's supposed to say. He's saying what would sell the fight because a lot of we saw Ryan Garcia say he was going to knock Tank Davis out, and we saw
Right.
how many pay-per-views that sold. So I mean, he's saying what he's supposed to be saying and what can possibly sell the fight, but I don't think he knocked out Tank Davis. I didn't see Tank Davis get hit by a lot of big punches, and Tank Davis he proven that he got a granite chin.
Yeah.
Um, but what I would like to say is a lot of these Shakur fans have told on themselves because everybody wanted that fight when it came to Shakur and Frank Martin, and now that Tank Davis is fighting Frank Martin, they saying Frank Martin is not that good. So basically, what you're saying is Shakur is not that good because it was a good fight for Shakur, but it's a bad fight for Tank. So Shakur must not be on Tank Davis level.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like to me.
I just when it comes to Shakur, and maybe it's just me, but people kind of overvalue defense. I feel like they did it with one of my favorite fighters, Winky Wright. So I'm not surprised that people kind of overvalue defense. I'll just say when it comes, salute to my man Tommy the philosopher pulling up, man. I'll just say when it comes to Tank Davis, I think it's just so much more that he can offer the game. I will say this, for such a good brother, man, that he is, I just want to see him fight, and I think I would hope he could take the frustration of boxing and understand that this is the fight game. There are no friends, there are no allies. We get the money, and we could be friends after we retire. Look at Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. It's like they always give each other a kiss on the cheek when they see each other because they always were good friends, but they had to fight. And Duran had to beat the life out of Sugar Ray Leonard the first time. He had to. It was important for him to do that, and I think that. And salute to my man Tommy for making a good point. You don't never really hear Tank Wahid say anything about anybody because he's the number one guy. What number one guy says anything about anybody? I don't remember Roy talking about nobody. I don't remember
Shout
the
out
shortest
Crush.
section had Floyd. Floyd always said, I don't know who you beat, I don't know who you lost to. So you when it comes to boxing, man, I think Tank's in a great place. I just hope that he doesn't see, Teofimo Lopez when he eventually stops Pitbull Cruz and stops this incredible fighter he's fighting now. I just hope that he doesn't get nervous. Same thing with Devin American Dream, because I feel like Tio is the guy of this generation. I don't think people understand Tio is the generational talent at 135 to 140. Go ahead. What you thinking, Tommy?
Well, I will say that there have been plenty of people, well, not plenty, but there have been some number one fighters who called out folks, but it was a different time and a different age. That being said, like I say, with regards to him and then the champions that you made mention of, they really didn't speak or throw dirt on the other fighter. They just spoke of wanting to fight them. Like it's a way of saying, "Hey, I want to fight you," and it's another way of just trying to just disparage somebody so that you make them look so bad that people start believing something else. And I think that happens a lot within today's boxing in the way that they try to go about getting the fights. See, back in the days, you used to go to the fights, and then after the fight was over, you stepped into the ring or you stepped at the interview table, and you guys talked it out there, and you was talking about how you wanted to fight. Nowadays, it's on Twitter with Twitter fingers. People talking and shooting shots at people, calling
Shout
them
out
all kind of names.
shout out GD in the chat. He said that's another thing about Shaqap Twitter. That's crazy. I ain't never heard that one. Shaqap Twitter. He said he's the most brother having boxer I ever saw in my life. Damn near everybody at 130 was his little bro.
And that's a
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
funny. That's
That's
a
a fact.
funny name. That's a funny name, bro. Shaqap Twitterson. That's crazy. Shout out to GD in the chat. That
Well,
was
let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this real quick, Tommy, and I want Free to answer this as well. Now we all know Abdullah Mason from the greatest city in the world, Cleveland, Ohio, man, is going to be a special talent, Lord's will.
For
But
sure. For sure.
is
He
is
keep
he
going.
is he? Do you think he'll be ready in time enough to fight a Tank or Teal or Devin, or is he the next generation?
Um, if he gets Tank, I think it'll be in a couple of years, like 3 years. He'd be ready in about 3 years. I mean, if he start like he and I told him through his cousin that he needs to pick up like more fights and ask them to scale him up on talent, man. Because the people that he's in there, they're just below his talent level right now. So
Yeah.
he really don't gauge much or gain nothing from just mopping them. Like the last fight that what's her name was in, he needed that fight, the Vargas kid, because it
Yeah.
ain't always gonna be easy. Sometimes you got to go through some stuff so you recognize that, hey, dog, I just don't go up in here and step in the ring and it's automatic knockout. It's automatic washing. So like he need to experience. Everybody need to experience. Even my man that just went on Shakur, man. You could say everything you want about Shakur. Shakur tough out in that ring. You gonna have to really put
yeah,
in
he
some
tough.
work to get him up out of there. The dude is
Mm-hmm.
sound. He's technically
Mm-hmm.
sound. And
Mm-hmm.
people say he ain't got no pop, but I don't see nobody walking through him. And for the people that even said that about the fight with Dela Santos, what was it, Dela Santos?
He's
De Los
very
Santos.
tough.
Yo, he wasn't running through nothing, right? He said
Right.
he went in his hood, said, I'm gonna come up in there, I'm gonna be in your itch all day. He didn't do it. This nigga was standing in the middle of the ring pointing to the ground and
Yeah.
asking for that fight to be his win. Like, no, you don't win like that, dog. I don't feel no sorrow for that nigga, dog. Yeah, it wasn't the fight that I was hoping to see, but still in all, the person who did the most in that ring was Shakur. So, I don't know. I
I mean,
don't
I
really.
agree with you on that though, T. Like he was so like you said, he's so technically sound and so good. Sometimes he's too good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And you're not
yeah.
nothing coming back from it. You know what I mean? So Shakur
Yo,
needs to sit down and be called. He said he's going to be come out by he killed Shakur now. So I want to see. I can't wait to see him in the ring because I think because T he got all the tools to do it. You feel me? So I want to see
you,
him put it to test. But you're right. He did nothing in that
you,
fight. Neither did De Los Santos. He didn't do nothing either. So, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Let's move on. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
not gonna throw the kid away. In other words, I'm not throwing him away.
Nah, nah.
Yeah,
He just too talented for that.
let me get a duffel a hefty bag and
Like
not
that,
so much
yeah,
throw
that's
him
it.
away. I wish I could throw his mouth away because
Nah,
I give you that. I give you that.
yeah, yeah.
he has the mouth of a 12-year-old girl, and I just think it goes to show. And this is not me trying to say anything bad. Don't take it
Nah,
any kind of way. I'm just more or less
nah.
saying emotional intelligence is not very prevalent these days with fighters and people in general. And to
Yeah.
see Shakur just go through his career with zero self awareness is disturbing. Um, to see him pout and say, "I'm retiring. I'm announcing my retirement from the sport of boxing." Who's that?
I don't know,
Um,
but they let the dish go,
yeah.
whatever that was.
Um, the thing that even him doing that to me, I thought was kind of Bush League 3 and Tommy and Prize. But I'll just
Mm-hmm.
say this: I don't see Shakur. I see what you guys are saying, but I'm gonna just be honest here. The guys he fought at 126, he did not fight Mr. Gary Russell Jr. He did not. I mean, he just did not. So I don't understand why we give him so much credit at 135. I mean at 130. You can give him credit for beating Casatial and beating Oscar Valdez, but at the end of the day,
That
none
was a
of these
good one.
guys are world beaters. So I really want to see Shakur get in there with somebody and just give us something that's watchable. And I'll be honest with you, what you said makes sense, Tommy, but it has to be watchable. We don't want to see you put on your Nike runs.
But
But
isn't
see,
that
BVO,
also
I
up to
like that though. I like that kind of stuff though, BVO. My bad, T. I like that kind of stuff. I thought that was it wasn't boring as to y'all. To me, it wasn't boring. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, it might have been super boring to you, but to me, that was like it was okay. it wasn't boring to me because I like a technical. I want to see who can, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind that because I'm so much of a
No,
boxing junkie. You know what I'm saying? But the
I
boy
agree.
Shakur, what he needs to do, I think his Oscar Valdez win is starting to age kind of good, BVO, because Oscar Valdez looked pretty damn good in his last fight. So that was a good win.
No,
And
he
he
did
hold
not.
up for
No, he did
you don't
not. He looked
you didn't
awful.
think you think Oscar looked bad?
Oscar looked awful. What
He
happened
got a
was he had.
stoppage, didn't he?
Let me finish. What Oscar did, which is good, he had a guy who fought his fight. He was getting his head whooped the first few rounds when the guy was fighting the correct fight. But unfortunately, he chose the bang with Oscar, and it didn't make any sense. And then he ended up knocking the guy out. So
Shout
if
out
you
to
want to
number
tell, and
one
that goes back to what I
check.
spoke about, most boxers are not going to be stupid and fight your fight. They're going to take something away from you. The thing about Shakur is this, and my man GD and Tommy hit on this earlier. Shakur is a very intelligent fighter. That goes without saying. The fact is this, man. Salute to my brother Juan, man. Que pasa?
Shout out.
Um, I just think we got to be honest here and say that the kid is boring. He's not visually pleasing. I'm not saying he got to be Mike Tyson, but you cannot run from your opponent with your back to him and tell me that you're a great fighter. You can't do it, and you
BBO, you
can't
think? My bad,
go.
bro. Keep
And
going.
I'm gonna ask you this, D
Just want
Free,
to ask you a
because you've been
question.
kind of quiet. D Free, let me ask you this. Now we know for a fact your cousin is a technical fighter, right? The great Mr. Gary Russell. But
Yep.
Gary Russell has never been boring. Tell me the
No.
difference that you see with Gary and Shakur.
Well, the difference is Gary's going to press the fight. He Shakur is more of a defensive fighter. He's not so much offense. He can press the fight. But I agree with you because at times Shakur will just sit back and just allow his opponent to press the action instead of pressing the action himself. And sometimes the opponent doesn't press the action, and Shakur would just stand there, like we saw with the De Los Santos fight. He stood there instead of. I mean, it could be something. Could have been something wrong with Shakur, but that I mean, there was something wrong with Gary, and we still saw an exciting fight. And Gary still was fighting with one hand, and he landed the most significant punch in that fight with one hand. So um,
It's doing
Shakur
work.
does have a tendency to just sit there and be born. And I'm not gonna say he wasn't born because he was. I mean, we saw it was evident. People was leaving the daggone arena. That's how boring it was. So it's not something that I'm making up. It's a factual statement. People was leaving the arena during the fight. So you you can't be so defensively sound to where the fans don't want to see you because you gotta draw the fans through. That's what where everybody was saying, oh, uh, uh, Coach Kyle said they don't want to fight Shakur because he's not going to let Tank do what he want to do. No, he
I
wasn't
see.
saying it like that. He was saying it to where he's not going to make a fight and it's going to be boring. He's going to just sit back and wait for Tank to do everything. And the thing is, Tank is a counter puncher as well. So if you got two guys that's counter punching, there's no action. It's going to be a boring fight. So they're not trying to lose the fans. They trying to gain more fans and be a bigger seller. So
That shit not
I
boring to me.
understand I understand what Coach Kyle was saying when he said it, but people
Mhm.
took it as Coach Kyle and think that Tank Davis cannot fight with Shakur Stevenson. It had nothing to do with that. It's about the excitement of the fight and what the fans are coming to see.
My man Juan said, my man Puerto Rican Juan said, I mean, Shakur is a boring fighter. Doesn't mean he's not talented, but a star you have to press the action. The thing that's so crazy, and I think Tommy hit it right on the head.
That's not fair.
I think Tommy hit it right on the head. You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are. The people make the rules. The people who pay to see you make the rules. You say, how is that possible? Do you guys remember
I don't
when
think it's fair.
basketball at one time? This is like in the late '90s with basketball. When Michael Jordan wasn't first there in '99, how they had some of the lowest ratings in history, and they had to change different things about the game. The reason you see more scoring in the game is because that's almost been their reaction to Michael Jordan being gone. And I think people don't understand when you are in any sport, you have to entertain the fans. It's not just me saying it. It's not just
That's a
GG saying it.
fact,
It's not
BBO.
Juan saying it. The overall public is saying Shakur Stevenson is one of the most boring fighters in boxing history.
That's not fair,
Okay.
BBO.
Yeah,
Do
Why?
you
yeah.
think? Do you
So
think
how
that
many of
fight
his?
against? I'm gonna ask BBO one question until you can have it. BBO, do you think that fight against Jamel Herring or Oscar Valdez, those were boring performances?
Well, who is Jamel Herring?
Mm,
I
And
think he's
is
pretty
this
serviceable in boxing.
I'm not disrespecting the man's a hero. The man is a living, walking hero. I'm
Right.
not talking about him as a person. I'm saying as a fighter. I
I
mean,
think
he's
he's
a
decent.
mere bag of shells. That's the top. That's the dude who be in the bathroom passing out towels.
Now,
I mean,
Nah,
what I
nah,
will say
he's
is,
BBO.
not a special fighter like that. Go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna say Shakur Stevenson is the most boringest boxer in boxing. I'm gonna say he put on one of the most boringest matches
Yes,
of the year.
exactly.
That I will
Yeah.
say.
Okay, you can have
He put
that.
on one of them. I'm not gonna say he is, but that match was a boring match. Nobody wanted to
for
see it.
sure.
Nobody cared about it. I mean, till this
He
day,
set a
people
record for
still.
least punches thrown. Free. I mean,
That's
we
what I
gotta
said.
be
That
honest.
that that one match. That one match. He hasn't done that in all the other matches. Just that
Yeah,
one. Just that one.
And,
yeah. That
and,
was
and
gonna.
go ahead. My bad, Tommy. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I
Nah,
know
go
what I'm
ahead,
gonna say.
T.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, well, first going all the way back to the response that Prize gave, I agree. Like, I don't even think that of Devin. But you can't tell me you're gonna do this because that's what's the problem with the fight that we just saw between him and De Los Santos. Both of them said they was gonna do major damage to the other, and we didn't see that in the ring.
Mhm.
There are opportunities in the fight where they present themselves where they can inflict the damage. They just got to be willing to take what might come back to do that. Devin Haney,
Yeah.
none of that stuff is true of him either. He had a chance to get Prograis out of there, but he refused to take the chance of something coming in and hitting him so he can get him up out of there. That man was ready to quit. He wasn't
Yeah,
even throwing punches.
Yeah.
He was just
I
walking and following him. It was like
you
they was
right.
doing line dancing and some stuff like that. And,
T, you was
and my man,
and that's the thing. And see, a lot of people saying, well, De Los Santos didn't do anything neither, so you can't just say Shakur Stevenson. The problem with that is Shakur Stevenson is who everybody paid to see. He's the headliner. He's the star. He's supposed to be the big draw out of the two. So yeah, it falls on Shakur's shoulders because he's the
uh,
big name, not De Los
uh,
Santos.
I agree. I agree to a great extent of what you just said, but he was also not the big puncher coming into the ring. The other guy was supposed to be the one that brings the heat. So some of it does fall on him. You can't be in the middle of the ring pointing at the ground thinking you're winning rounds, bro. I'm so sorry about that. Like I agree with what you say. Shakur is supposed to do there, and Shakur knew he was hurt going into that fight. He still went up them 3 steps. So you got to take that out the game plan too. Can't use that no longer. You got to navigate over there. And like I said, like you said, your cousin went in there and it was clear his shoulder was fudged up because he didn't even lift the mother, and he was tagging old boy the whole dang time. So yeah, I agree with what you say,
That's a
but my
fact.
man House told that Mickey Fricky that you know like what my man if you watch the battle rap, what my man from Jersey say
who's serious?
once again I'm on another no what's his name
Wait, wait.
disrespectful dude
Twerk.
Arsenal
Oh, you talking about
Arsenal
Mark?
Oh,
Arsenal.
Arsenal, Ars.
he be
Yeah.
like I'm in another Mickey Fricky's face
Yeah,
disrespecting him
yeah,
like another nigga look, he went
yeah,
into his
yeah,
city
yeah, yeah.
in
Arch
his
intro
space.
is crazy. His Arch
Yes,
intro is crazy.
I can't remember it would
Let
have
me.
it would have hit so damn
I
different if
know
I
what
had
he said.
said
I
it right.
can't either, but
I
I
know what
know
you're
what you're
talking
talking
about. Let me
about
read
because
this
he does
comment
it.
real quick.
He
My
does it
man said,
every
I feel
time.
like starting some is BVO. What round Ryan Garcia starts walking around the ring crying after he gets embarrassed on 420. Well,
He,
that's complete cap. That's complete cap. We are all expecting Ryan Garcia to put an end to the Devin Haney
He's
cult.
crazy.
I believe he's going to stop him in the 8th or 9th round. And let's not count out Derek James, one of the best trainers in boxing. He said, "I'm saying like with De Los Santos fight, he could have been more in the
Agreed.
action, but again,
Agreed.
he got the win, so he did what he needed to, and the show caused where the world is that eyes. Hold on one second. He said he
And
didn't
now
get
he got to take
the
the
draw. He
backlash.
said Thompson. He said Thompson. Stop capping for Shakur. he had
Captain for
he
Shakur.
had to show his skill. Yes, Shakur did show his
Like that
defensive
crazy.
skill, but
Like that
again,
be on everybody.
De Los
Like
Santos
that be on everybody here.
De Los Santos ain't do anything at either. I'll just say this, man. No matter how we put it, I think that Shakur knows that that wasn't the fight.
I know. And now
I
he's
don't want to
saying
get
some
me talking about it.
nonsense.
Go
Now
ahead.
he's saying he gonna go. Now he's saying some nonsense because he's so butthurt about how people responded to it. He gonna try to go outside of himself. Like he not the dude that's just gonna go down there and hunt you down to get a knockout.
Well,
I mean, he did it against
you missing
Yoshino.
one thing, and I want to get Prize on this, and I want to get you on this too, Tommy. The thing I think you missing is when he was in there with his coach. He asked his coach, "You want me to bang with him?" And his coach to save his confidence said, "No, you're doing good, son. Keep doing what you're doing." But you could see in that pivotal moment, Moses showed his greatness as a
So,
coach.
so
He let him know, "Hey, son, no, you don't have to bang with him, but you got to do more." And he said, "Well, you want me to bang with him? No, keep doing what you're doing." So that's the thing about boxing. It's 80% mental,
Hmm
20% physical. The thing with the core, the thing that we see with a lot of guys is they're not comfortable in their own skin. And I think people don't understand. I used to see this with Alex Rodriguez from watching the Yankees all the time. When you're not comfortable in your own skin, it shows. It shows that you're not comfortable. And I remember when Kobe Bryant, one of my favorite player of all time, when he was coming up under Shaq, he just was trying to find his way, but he just wasn't comfortable in his own skin. But once he found out who he was and where he fit, because to be honest, Dale Davis was very unfair to Kobe. So he kind of didn't like that, but he had to deal with it. I think a lot of these fighters get so much early they don't understand that, hey, it's a part of the game. You're gonna have to make your bones. You can't cry about what you didn't get or what didn't happen because Shakur could have fought Devin Haney. Devin Haney sent him a contract. I don't care how effort the contract was. Let's not forget that Pretty Boy Floyd won and fought the greatest living fighter alive, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya, for a 70-30 split. He didn't make no money. Oscar picked the gloves, Oscar picked the
The
ring,
referee,
Oscar picked the ring size, Oscar did everything. And you know what? What did
big
Floyd
gloves too.
Mayweather Jr. say? He said, "You know what? I want the opportunity." The thing is this, man, these guys gotta really get themselves under control because I think the core is headed for a knockout. People don't believe me, but boxing is 80% mental. He can really get hurt bad because his head is not on straight. And your coach should never have to spare your feelings during a fight. He should be able to tell you the truth without you about to crack. And I want to hear you guys rebuttal on what you guys think about what I was just saying about him, about Moses having to save his feelings. Go ahead.
I'll let T go because he got. I cut him off last time.
no, you
I
good. I want D Free to go because D Free ain't spoken in a minute.
Yeah, I
I don't
want
know
these
what's
three to go
up with
too.
D Free. I don't know what's up with D
Uh,
Free.
um, I'm not gonna say that Shakur is not comfortable in his own skin. I think Shakur is a very confident individual. I think a lot of times these guys talk more than their action shows. Like a lot of people say what they believe the fans want them to say. So they'll come out, oh, I'm gonna knock this person out, I'm gonna do that because that's what the fans want to hear. So a lot of them do that. We know Shakur Stevenson is not a knockout artist. Yeah, he got knockouts on his resume, but that's what he's not known for that. So
Please smash the
I
like button, y'all.
I never expected Shakur to knock anybody out. I expect Shakur to outbox him, outthink him. Um, but I I mean, the trainer. I have to disagree with you with this. BVO is more 90% mental and 10% physical. Because if your head ain't straight, I don't care how strong you are or whatever, you can get beat up. We've seen that with T.O. and Cambosis. I believe T.O. is the better fighter, but his head wasn't on straight. That's how Kambosos was able to beat him. So we see that with Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. It just, if your head ain't on straight, you can get beat. I don't care how strong
But he
you
was
are.
told to go to bed numerous times, man.
I don't
But
get him started on that.
yeah, I
Hey,
just,
Bobby
it's just,
Robson, I told him to go to bed. Go ahead.
I think Shakur needs to stop talking so much. I mean, he might need to take a page out of Tank Davis' book. Stop talking so much and just fight. I mean, Tank Davis talk because people always saying stuff to him, but you never hear Tank Davis really go at these fighters. He might say a little something here and there, but he never really go at these fighters like that. It's usually somebody going at him and he's responding, and that's when we hear Tank Davis respond. Because Tank Davis he's a quiet individual, so I don't expect to hear Tank Davis talk too much. And Shakur might need to take a small piece out of Tank Davis's book, because a lot of the talking that he's doing is not paying dividends for him when it comes to the ring, because that's the thing that a lot of people were saying about Devin Haney. Oh, Devin Haney said he was going to knock this person out. He ain't knock him out. And that's what they took from that. Oh, he didn't knock him out, but Devin Haney won every round. So it's just something that people go by.
Yo, salute to everybody coming in the building, man. We got 9 people rocking with us, man, on BVO Boxing TV, man. Don't forget it's the Roll with the Punches podcast, man. Smash the like button. We got
One
my brother
time for
Big
the one
Free.
time.
We got my man, the biggest header in the game, Prize. We got the
Yeah.
philosopher, my man Thomas Hill. And of course, we got the light-skinned lover that just pulled up, man.
Mr.
Devin Haney
Respectful.
Spit Bucket, man. My man
Mr.
Dub Right Side.
Damn.
What's going
Mr.
on?
Respectfully. Mr. Respectfully, Dub Right Side.
No, hey, it's for my brother Thomas before it get to me.
Go
Now
ahead, Thomas.
I got something to say to BVO after what he just said, but I'm gonna let my brother Thomas cook. I'm gonna let him
No.
cook.
Oh, by all means, by all means, get it off your chest.
Well, you ain't gonna just disrespect me like that, BVO. Come on now.
I've been calling you light-skinned lover forever.
You ain't gonna no, it ain't about the light skin look. And I don't even know where that count. I don't know where that comes from. But although I mean maybe I don't know where it
Hey,
comes from.
Dub,
I
he
have
calls
no
me the
clue.
biggest hater, and I embrace it. I love it. You
Hey,
know, I'm the
look,
jerk
look,
from
the,
Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't like that spit
I
look,
bucket.
embrace it.
the titles that we getting on this panel, nobody understands where they come from. We don't understand it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you. But
I think
BVO,
they're entertaining, to be honest. Me personally, I get a
no, I
kick out of
love
it.
it. No, I love it. I love all of it, and that's credit to BVO. That's one of the reasons I rock with him, because he creative like that. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm just saying I don't understand it. He creative, but that don't mean I understand the creativity. It is what it is.
I
I'll say
disagree.
this, man. Aunt McQueen,
I
I see you
disagree
in.
with Dub
I,
Right Side. I like my title.
I'll say this, man. I'll say this, man. Aunt McQueen, please bring my mother's car back. My man Aunt McQueen stole my mother's car, man. Please
Damn.
bring it back, man. That's all I ask,
Oh,
man. Bring the
ain't
car
in the
back.
building?
What the hell?
Please bring the car back, man.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now.
There,
If he
Yeah,
took your mama
link,
car, we need
man.
to beat him up.
there's a movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a movie called The Program. It's a
Oh yeah,
football
yeah.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Alvin
seen
Mack.
it with you.
It's
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah,
it's one of
Alvin
the
Mack was a
funniest
savage.
movies ever. The
Yeah,
I
he
ain't
dude
never
was like,
was.
seen it. You said it's
what do you
called The
say?
What?
Program?
You never seen the
It's based
program,
out in
Dub?
your way, bro.
Dub, you
You
need
ain't
to
never
watch
seen it?
that, bro. You need to
Wait,
watch
wait,
that
wait a
ASAP
minute.
Rocky, bro.
Yeah, they shot that in
Hold on.
Riverdale, Georgia, man.
Hold on. I've never seen the movie, so once again, let me know if y'all telling me I need to see it. I go
You
watch
need
it.
to see it. It's a football
But
movie and
what is
exposes college football back
what is
and
it
this is
called?
from. It's called The
The
Program.
program.
The program. It's a
Never
good
seen.
movie. It's a good movie.
Damn good movie, Dub.
It's
You'll
on the
like it.
same. It's on the same levels of Remember the Titan, but it's a little more.
Nah,
It's a
ain't
little
nothing
better
that.
than
Nah,
Remember the Titans to me.
that
It's a
joint
little.
way better than some Remember the Titans because you're gonna like Alvin Mack and you're gonna know what BBO said. Now I know what he's talking about when he said you stole my mother's car. He used to make up stuff and snap. You gotta watch the movie, dog.
What he say?
It's a
He said,
good
"I
movie.
stole my car, Jody."
You need to watch that movie though, Dub. Right side.
The
Yes, he did see
program.
it.
The program.
But
It's
you
an older
know,
movie. It's
All right,
about college
I'll watch it.
football. You'll like
I
it.
ain't got no problem watching. I just ain't never seen it, so it is what it is.
Okay.
BBO, before you try to go change up, my man Dub did not answer the question.
go ahead.
So let Dub
Hey,
answer the question.
well, hold on. What was the question? Let me make sure I'm back on point. I apologize. Ask the question again.
So we basically we having a spirited conversation on is Shakur the goods? Because Shakur does a lot of fat mouthing, but doesn't kind of prove it in the ring. And I was wondering, is that going to be to his detriment?
No. Because of, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion. Because of Shakur's skill set, I think he is the goods. I do think he's the goods. The problem I have is that he not fighting the competition to show he the goods. Even when you don't have the opportunity to fight, say, one of the big names, right? Me and T Hill was talking about Tio and Claggett the other day, and who knows how that's gonna work out? Who knows? But for Shakur at this current moment in time, the only fight for you, what it seems like, is Raymond Muratalla. You need to be fighting Raymond Muratalla. And especially, I believe now it's been proven, and Shakur has come out and solidified that he's re-signing with Top Rank. I believe that is out there now. Because of that, no, you need to be fighting either Raymond Muratalla or you need to be moving up to 40 to fight Teofimo Lopez. Outside of those two fights, I don't see. I don't know what you gain from any other fight. I don't know what you gain from it.
That's a
And
lot
so,
to ask, though, Free. That's a lot. I mean, my bad, Dub. That's a lot to ask because you're talking about him going up in weight.
no,
You got
no,
to
no. But
remember,
before,
he an itty
but
bitty
hold
dude
on, hold on.
anyway.
No. Before I said him going up in weight, I said he need to fight Raymond Muratalla. And what it seems like,
Yeah.
especially with what's being reported, is that he gonna fight somebody. I don't even know.
Yeah. I saw that report, Dub. I forgot the name.
I
I
think he's
saw that
supposed to be
report
fighting the
though.
guy that Frank Martin just got finished stopping.
There
Yeah,
we go. Yeah. Frank,
but
and I believe the report itself said Frank Martin leftovers. I believe that's what it said.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
report that I
seen something
read.
like that. I seen something
Yeah,
like that too, Dub.
it's the Olympian
That fake I League boy.
No, Artes or something, that the Olympian.
the
The
Olympia,
last fight that Frank Martin just had. The very
Oh
yeah,
last
yeah,
one he just had.
right. That guy. Yeah.
Artem,
Yeah,
And
something Artem.
and who
yeah,
and who wants to see that fight?
yeah.
well,
Artem a good fighter, but
you can pretty
you're right
much
about that.
you can say that about all of his fights. I mean,
Well, we're not gonna disrespect the brother. Now
no, we
I'm
not
not trying to
disrespecting. We
disrespect him.
not disrespect. This the thing. This the thing. And this the thing that kills me with your young bucks, man. If I give you my opinion, I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the kid. I think he can fight. I think he's one of the best Puerto Ricans we didn't see in a long time. I don't know if he's as good as Miguel Cotto. Time
But
will
but
tell.
no, I'm
You
not saying
just
you're not
said
saying that. The only reason I would disagree with you is because I would give him credit for somebody. Now I'm not giving him Yoshino credit, but for Oscar Valdez, I'm going to give you credit for that fight. For Jamil Herring, I'm going to give you credit for that fight. So
he
all I'm
said
saying is that
Jamel Herring
he
was
ain't he
somebody
ain't
that
just
need to be
fought
in the
bombs.
bathroom.
He ain't just fought bombs. That's all I'm saying. Although
He
when
said
since he done been at 35, outside of Edward De Los Santos, and I think we all agree that was a piss poor performance from both fighters. Outside of that, I can't see why you would say, bro, hey, come on, man. And I understand why you saying it's not disrespect because it's not. It's honesty. And you're right. He need to fight. He need to get in the ring with somebody.
You
At the
know,
same,
I'm used to guys like Devin Haney, the American Dream, Teal the Takeover, who step up to tough challenges, who just say, you know what? Are you the
D
baddest
Claggett.
mofo? Let me fight you. And and I'm gonna tell you this, that's the only, and people say, yo, why do you like two-time lineal champion Teofimo Lopez, BB?
don't do this tonight. Okay,
It's
no, you're
because
right. Two-time lineal champion. You right.
let me
You are
finish,
absolutely
Dub.
correct.
Let me finish,
You
Dub. I'm
absolutely
cooking, man.
correct.
I'm cooking,
Two-time
man. Can I
lineal
be cooking
champion.
before I get my boot?
No,
This
I
the
agree with
thing.
you.
I think the funny thing about it is when you talk about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, I want to group them because I want them to fight. I want
I
them
do
to
too.
fight 3 times. In my opinion,
You want him
those
to fight.
dudes are good enough. I want to see Tio and I want to see the American Dream fight 3 times.
It
I
wouldn't.
want to see them.
No, there wouldn't be a reason for him to fight 3 times. Devin to beat his ass too bad. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
crazy.
It's not going
I
to be.
get
It's
it.
not.
I
There's no
get it.
reason
Hey,
for 3 fights.
That's crazy.
There's no reason.
let me go to my man D Free. D Free, let me ask you this. When we talk about, because me and D Free talk about boxing all the time. We talk about the great fighters. We talk about the Ray Leonard. We talk about the marvelous one. You know, we talk about the Tommy Hearns. These guys fought each other, and they fought each other in some cases more than once. When you talk about Hearns and Leonard, I think in my opinion, I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, D Free. I think Tio and Devin are Leonard and Hearns right now. I think they need to get it on at least 3 times. They should fight at 140. They should fight at 147. And I think they both can make it to 54. I think they should fight again at 54. They need to keep fighting because let's be honest here. Tank Wahid, I don't think he's big enough for 140. And maybe I'm wrong for saying this. I don't think we're gonna get him versus Devin the American Dream, and I don't think we're getting versus Tio. He knows in Tio there's a good chance he can get beat to death, hurt really bad. People forget that Tio really beat Loma up bad. Loma had to have surgery. He beat him that bad. Loma had surgery, and then Loma went to the war after getting beat up that bad. And 3 years later,
what?
and then
Shout out
3
to
years
BVO.
later,
Insane, bro.
Keep
3
kicking,
years
BVO.
later,
Keep
after he
kicking.
was already cooked,
They
then
said it was
Devin Haney
high now
stole
there,
one
though,
from him.
BBO. They did say he was high now there.
I disagree with a lot of this,
Hey,
BVO, but
Oh,
keep
but
I'm
go
kicking.
ahead. I
Hold
want to
on,
hear
hold on, hold on,
from
hold
my
on. We
man.
gotta let him keep kicking because
I
BVO
want
is on a
Yeah,
roll right now. We gotta let him keep kicking.
yeah.
And,
Go ahead, BBO.
and I want to hear from my brother Free. And Free, the reason I asked you, because one thing about Free, he knows a lot about boxing, but he understands the nuances on what makes fighters great. So I'm gonna ask you this, Free. Do you think that we could get Devin Haney and Tio to focus on fighting each other more than once? What do you think?
Yeah, they could definitely fight each other more than once because both of them are still early in their 20s. So I don't see them not fighting more than once. We never know what would happen if they fought more than one time. Tio might win one, Devin might win one of them might win two of them. We don't know. We saw Leonard and Hearns. Leonard won both of them. But you never know. You saw Leonard and Duran. Duran won one and Leonard won one. So I think it would be good for boxing if they were to fight more than one time. Will it happen? I don't know. It's up to the fighters. I don't know if it will happen one time. So we will have to see if it
You have to
happens.
see,
But
baby.
I think it would be good for the sport of boxing if they were to fight more than once because both of them are young, upcoming stars in the sport of
Yeah.
boxing. They're going to carry it on after the Earl Spence and the Bud Crawfords
But
and
but
those
but real.
guys are gone.
Let me
Hold
read
on,
this
D free.
comment real quick.
Go
GD
ahead. Go ahead.
said, GD said, BBO again with the stand up. That was a funny comment to me that stood out.
Yo, Bentley said Tio
Hey,
wash
That
his
was
hands.
funny.
but let me ask you this, and D free. I agree with what you're saying, and I want to preface this accordingly. Me being how old I am now, you know what I'm saying? I'm older than Devin. Hell, I'm Bud and EJ age now, right? And so I'm young. I mean, I'm older than them guys. The way I looked at boxing versus the way I look at boxing now, it's kind of changed. And the
Mm.
craziest part about it is that it's changed. I don't know for the good or the bad, but what I'm seeing, I used to see, man, motherfucker was ready. They wanted to get in the ring with each other.
Right. Yeah, I
And,
know.
and
Yeah.
what we seeing now is what I always tell y'all, and I'm biased. I think Devin wanted to get in the ring with him. I don't think everybody else trying to make those same moves. Why ain't no? it- I'm just saying, ain't nobody moving the way Devin moving. He trying to make big fights, and these dudes, they sit here arguing about everything but the fight.
Yeah. Would
Yeah.
Devin say they talk about everything but the
Man,
fight? What he
come
say?
on,
But let's fight.
man. I'm just saying, it just
You
don't
know,
make
you
sense
know,
to
the, you
me.
know,
I
the,
agree.
let me
I
interrupt
think
you real
that
quick.
Devin is trying to
Hold
fight
on. Let me
everybody.
interrupt y'all real quick with this one. And I gotta say this, man. I think it's sickening to hear this because when we talk about some of these fighters, man, just to hear my man Dub Rightside just totally get on here and spit propaganda, it
What?
infuriates me. Because at the
Hold
end
on.
of the day, that is such hold on, let me finish Dub. That is the biggest crock of shit I heard in my fucking life. Like
Mm.
I hate to
Smacked her
cuss
like
like
for the
that.
one
Hold
time.
on.
Excuse me
No,
for
no, no,
cussing,
no, no,
man.
no. Hold
Okay.
on. I
Oh,
want to
let
hear
me
this. I
finish.
want to hear this. I want to hear this.
But it's just, you know what? I'm telling you
Hold on.
something. That's what's
No, no.
wrong with
When you say
boxing now.
hold on. When you say it was the biggest
Let
crock,
me fin-
what
let me
what
fin- let me finish.
what
Let me
did I
finish.
say? What did I say that was crock? What was
Let
a
me
crock
finish.
of shit?
Everything you said about Haney wanting to fight people, Haney is a dog on, and I love Bill Haney. I want to say that. I got to speak to the man. He's a wonderful brother, man. Salute to him. Salim Ramadan to him and his family. Praying for you through your tough loss. But let's be honest here, man. These guys are smoking fucking mirrors. He fought Lomachenko 3 years after Tio had already beat him. What are you talking about? He's fighting the tough guys. He fought Regis Prograis. Hold on. He fought Regis Prograis years after Josh Taylor had already beat him to death, had beat the beignets out of him. So it's like, at the end of the day, man.
No, that's
and
not.
I tell you, and it's not, and please don't take this personal. When it comes to this boxing, man, BVO takes it serious. I spend a lot of my free time messing with this, and it just infuriates me how Devin and Bill have fit this whole cult where guys are just saying lies. The reason we knowing, hold on, let me finish, bro. I promise I'm gonna let you speak after I'm done, dog.
Bro,
I'm gonna let you speak after I'm done. I'm not done. I'll just say this. It just infuriates me, man, how Bill and Devin made a cult, man. And these guys say all this stuff, like, oh, they say everything but let's fight. No, he did not say that. That Punk Campside said that. He didn't say that. He stole that from Campside. So can we be honest here? Everything that comes out of Bill,
I agree with
Devin
that.
Haney fans' mouth, you hear it. I heard it from Bill first.
Hold on, wait a minute, BVO. See, this is the problem. You done moved this to a whole nother round. I agree with you. Champside was the first person who said they say everything, but let's fight. Y'all should trademark that. I agree with that. I heard Champside say that.
Yeah,
I ain't got no problem with that. I had no problem with it. My problem is what you saying right now, and you moved it from the ring. That's my problem. I'm talking about niggas who and you don't. I done sat on this show with you and criticized Bill and Devin for things that they've said. I done did that. No problem whatsoever. But I'm talking about in the ring. And what it seems like is that your argument right now is it ain't about the fights. That ain't what it's about. Because although you saying Lomachenko, you knew that man been trying to fight Lomachenko. You know that. You know the history of that back and forth. The man accepted the franchise belt not to fight Devin Haney. You will tell me it was the unify. I ain't got no problem with it. And he did unify. All he had to do before he unified, instead of accepting that franchise belt, is beat Devin Haney ass. Because once you become the WBO mandatory, you got automatic rights. I mean, these are facts right here. But at the same time, what I'm trying to tell you is that overall, it just seems like everything you're talking about is outside of the ring, and it's not about the fight. It's about the personality. And if that's what your argument want to be, I ain't got no problem with it. But you're not. There's no merit there. If we talk about the fight in the ring, then you outside. I mean, shit. Matias is a 50-50 fight. Antoine Russell is a 50-50 fight. Everything else, Devin gonna dominate. That's a fact.
Well, it's okay if I speak. I want to make sure I was quiet when you spoke. Can I say this? Can I give you a rebuttal now? Okay.
Devin gonna talk to it no matter what you do. If you say something he don't agree with, he coming right back at you.
I think, and salute to my man, Athletic Mind, showing us some love, man. Salute to my dog, man. Hold on one second. Let me get my man's intro in the building, because I got an intro for my brother, man.
Shout out to the whole YTBC, and definitely shout out to BVO Boxing. Go check him out on YouTube. One of the dopest content creators.
So I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this. When I hear you say what I'm saying is inside the ring, Doug. The thing is this: because T.O.'s dad has a drink or two, we always see him with a six pack in his arm. People forget about what he's been doing. Let's be honest, man. T.O. fought Richard Colmay. Say what you want. Richard Colmay was a champion. I think he was what, 22, 20, 23, 24? Fought Richard Colmay. Then he fought Loma right next. And then he went up and he lost to George Cambozo. I mean, it happened. People lose fights. And then he went up to 140. I think he fought Ocampo, and he fought another journeyman. And then he went right to John
that
Taylor.
journeyman whooped his ass. You talking about Martin?
Sandro Martin, the guy that doesn't have refuses to fight. The guy that he gave 7 figures to not to fight. So T.O. beats him. Whatever happened, he got the win. Then he goes against a guy who dominated 140 pounds. We haven't seen nobody. Let's be honest. To be honest with you, I think only maybe a Bud Crawford dominated 140 the way Josh Taylor did. Josh Taylor was beating the crap out of people. I mean, beat him to death, beating him so bad. The ref Kenny Baylor said to tell him stop talking to who was it, Jose Ramirez like that. He was talking to Jose Ramirez so bad because he was beating him so bad.
He was assaulting niggas.
And I think the fact that Tia went up there and beat the sleeves off of him, shot to my man Q, beat him to death. He even looked recognizable. Now he's known for clowning around with Catterall. We didn't even see Josh Taylor even look like he won another fight. That's how bad T.O. beat him. And the thing is this. So T.O. does all this. Because T.O. not liked, because T.O. not appreciated, we got all this other stuff. But let's be honest, man, T.O. is just like Mayweather, man. He's just like Pretty Boy. Brothers hate him because of who he is. And that's all it is, man. Just say what it is, Dub.
Hold on, but this is the problem. Hold on, but BVO, the problem is I never argued against Tito. Everything I said, it wasn't arguing against Tito. It was arguing against what you had to say about Devin. I never said anything negative about Tito. Once again, we all agree. We all agree on this panel that Tito is a hell of a fighter. And that's why we want to see the fight. The only difference is that's why I say it goes back to the ring. What I said is when you were talking about they can fight each other 3 times, we ain't gonna want to see it. Why? Because Devin gonna put hands on him so bad that it's not gonna be worth 3 fights. That's my whole argument.
On that bad. Dub, when have you ever put hands on somebody so bad?
Regis,
Everybody ever had somebody get Regis, running back. Regis, as my man Tony said, is a little person. Regis is a very tiny man. He's like 5'5".
But once again, this is the problem with the whole argument. Once again, we always say styles make fights, and we all understand what T.O. struggles with. What T.O. struggles with is what Devin is brilliant at. And so when we say that these fights are going to be close, and no, it's not going to be close. Even when y'all say Regis was the smaller man, okay, fine. Regis and T.O. about the damn same size, 68-inch reach, 5'8", 5'9". What are we talking about? So so when Devin get in the ring with T.O., yeah, T.O. is a special fighter. At the same time, what T.O. struggled with coming forward, Devin he's gonna sit behind his jab and he's gonna make it an easy fight against T.O. When you say all this three fight shit, it's not gonna be worth 3 fights. The only way it may be worth 3 fights is if Devin put a hand behind his back and fight T.O. with just the jab. Then it may be worth it.
So Devin cruising by Ryan, though, right? It's already a foregone conclusion. That's not enough.
He's stopping Ryan. Stopping him.
Damn.
And I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this while I got Athletic Mind up here because he's unbiased, man. This brother knows what he's talking about. Athletic Mind, let me ask you a serious question. When you see a Devin Haney and you see a Teofimo Lopez, who would you say is more naturally gifted?
Damn, I might have to say Teal, man.
And we'll say Teal. I'm gonna ask my man, the Puerto Rican Prince, man, D Free. Who would you say is more naturally skilled, gifts from God, stuff that you can't buy, you can't work on? Teal or Devin?
Athletically, T.O.
Okay. And who would you say, Thomas Hill?
T.O.
And who would you say? Who would you say to my man, Prize Fighter? Who would you say?
Athletically?
No, I said gift from God. Who's naturally more skilled that you only get from God?
Natural skills. That's a good question. That's a damn.
You're talking about speed, power, athleticism, quickness.
T.O. athletic as hell. I'm looking at his athleticism more. That's what shot for me with Teofimo is his athleticism. Like he can flip and all that. Like you know what I'm saying? That's take.
So y'all saying.
I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
I'm a roll with. I probably would roll with T.O. even though I like Devin better.
And you know what's funny? And let me say this before my man Prize finished. And Prize is a race fan. He only likes black fighters. But even he can admit that.
How you gonna set
Hold
me
on,
up
and let me finish. And you know what's funny? I said gifts from God. I would think God created all of us on the panel, correct? Correct?
Oh,
yeah, but now you set me up.
Hold on, let me
hold on,
Let
let
me
him
ask
finish.
y'all
I
You
this.
want him
set
to
me
finish
up,
this. I
BBO.
want
You
him
Hold
to
on, hold
say
on,
finish.
I'm
one
a
second.
race
Because,
chaser. That's not
well,
fair.
real quick,
Okay,
BVO,
hold on.
you
Put a
didn't ask
pause
me.
on that. Put a pause on that.
You didn't give me the chance to answer
All
that
right,
Hold
question
on. I'm
though.
in the middle. I'm in the middle.
go
I'm in the middle of making a point,
go
and I'm
one
gonna
at a
let
But
Dub
time.
go
well,
after
give
this.
give me the chance. You let
Hold on one
everybody else
second.
answer
We
the
got
question.
eight
Give me
people
the
in the
chance to
building,
answer the
man. Listen,
question.
let me finish. Let me finish. So I would say everybody on this panel believes in God, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if God created you and God shows your eyes say that Tio's the better, the more skilled, the more naturally gifted fighter, what are you arguing with God? Tio is the dude.
Nah,
Argue with
You
God
can't
about what?
I
nah.
mean the eyes that God created can't tell you wrong. The fact is this, there is no comparison.
This
No,
is
There is
that
no
has nothing to
fantastic.
comparison.
do.
Hey, hey,
That has
oh,
nothing to
hey,
do
hey,
with
real quick,
skill.
be free, be free,
A better
be free.
skilled fighter.
This
It
is
has nothing to do
one
with
of
a
the
better. It
this
has
is
nothing
one
to
of
do
the
with a.
greatest. This is one of the greatest arguments I've ever
No.
heard in my life. BVO, you should go be a lawyer because even though everybody agreed with you on certain points, what they about to tell you is that overall, what you're talking about, naturally gifted, yes, T.O. is the more naturally gifted fighter. The problem is he ain't as disciplined. He don't have the size or the
Yeah,
length of Devin,
right.
or and he don't have the IQ of Devin. And see, this is the problem. You talking about naturally gifted when those gifts get taken away, which is what Devin does, which is what the school of Mayweather does. Whether it's Roger, Jeff, Floyd Senior, what you gonna do? You take their best abilities away from them, and you make them fight the fight they don't want to fight, and you beat them at that fight because you can fight all styles of fights.
That's a good
That's the
counterpoint,
difference right
Dub.
there. That's the difference, and
Bentley, why are you shocked?
it's disingenuous the way you tried to run that lawyer shit on us. But it's okay because you didn't even ask me the question, and I would have agreed with you that Tio
Well let me ask you, well
is
hold
the
on. Let me
more
ask you this,
gifted.
Doug.
Hold on, Tio
Go ahead.
is the more gifted fighter
Well
from
Doug, let
God.
me ask you
I agree with that, but he don't work
let
as
me ask you
hard.
this, Doug. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I agree with that
Since you said
100%,
I'm
Dub.
being a lawyer, which is you're being facetious. So let me ask you this. If you talk about if you were starting a fighter, and I'm talking about just skills, natural skills, who would you rather have? Tio or would you rather have Devin?
It,
I'd rather
oh,
have Devin.
hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Oh
Well,
no,
well,
this is the question. This is the question for Dub Right Side, the brother
hold
from
on, hold on.
Georgia.
But the question that you just asked is compartmentalized. What way are they fighting at? If they find
See,
where
this
they
what you
currently
do. This what you do, Dub.
no
So hold
all
on, hold
that
on,
all
hold
that
on, Dub.
means
Dub,
something.
listen.
If
Let me
we're
tell you
talking
this,
about Teo skills,
Dub.
if we
Let me
talk
tell you this.
hold on,
Hold on,
wait.
Dub. Come on,
If
man.
we
You gonna
talk
make me be corny? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You're a smart guy. I'm a blue collar guy. You're a college guy. So I can't beat you in a talking contest. I can only give you the facts,
I'm
baby
gonna tell you.
boy.
I'm gonna
I
tell you
can't
like
beat you in a
this.
talking contest.
Hold up,
I
free.
don't
Hold
need
up.
all
Hold
those.
up, free.
I don't need all those apartments and all that. I don't need you to tell me where they fight at and none of that. If you ask me which guy would I want if I was starting off a guy, I'm gonna say Devin, and the reason being is because Devin is mentally stronger than Tio. I don't care how much power you got. I don't care how athletic you are. Your mental is what carries you on in the fight. Because if I can teach you what I need to teach you, and I ain't got to worry about you bucking back and doing your own thing, that's the fighter that I want. Tio likes to do his own thing. Tio
but
has issues outside of the ring that affects him inside of the ring.
D
That's mentally bad.
when I'm answering the question, I'm thinking he's strictly speaking on the physical because we all know mentally Devin is the better fighter. We know
There's no
that.
No,
comparison mentally.
because
There's no comparison mentally.
naturally gifted
That's why
from
I'm thinking
God
he's talking.
is naturally gifted from God is also your mental. It's also your mental.
Nah, your mental ain't gifted from God. Your mental is
Yes, it
gifted from
is.
your. Hold on, hear
Yes,
me out.
the hell it is.
Hear me out. Your
No, I
mental isn't.
disagree with that, free.
Your mental is gifted from your upbringing and how you're raised. It's not.
Hmm.
You're
It's gifted
there.
from God.
Everybody is born the same. Everybody is born the same, but due to the situations we go through, that's what develop our mental. You know what I'm saying? So your
And
mental isn't
I
God
know
given.
kids that was born mentally challenged. That ain't got nothing to do with their
I'm
upbringing.
not trying to. All right, you got it. You got it.
Listen, you went off the road. This is what we saying, D3. And salute to my man, the Puerto Rican Prince. Man, that's why I love this brother, man. I would say this. The thing that we're saying, Free, is very simple. How your mental works is usually on how you raise, and what makes you smart is your choices. We know for a very, very strong fact, Bill Haney came from a two-parent household. He's from one of the best cities in the world, East Oakland. And on top of that, you can see, I don't know, we never heard nothing about Devin's mom, but I would say she did a hell of a job as well. They did a good job of giving their son options and explaining things to him early. When you look at Tio and his father, they're almost like brothers. They're not father son, and you can tell that anytime Tio has an issue, his dad wants to try to make excuses on why the issue was there, and where you can see that Bill Miles taught Devin on how to focus on it. You know, how to focus, compartmentalize, and figure out how to a solution. Because that's the problem we got now. We got a lot of these feline men who haven't had somebody understand that there's no excuse. There's no one coming to save you. That you will die before somebody helps you. That's how this works.
You got to make it
That's how
happen.
this works.
It's on you.
I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. You saying it's your upbringing. How many people you heard of was brought up in a household that was messed up, but those kids grew up to be lawyers, doctors, and did.
Very few. Very few.
Hold up, Dub.
Go ahead.
Those kids had their own mental upbringing. It had nothing to do with the parents. They saw for themselves what they wanted to do, how they wanted to live their life. It had nothing to do with the parents. The parents didn't say, because if they were doing what the parents was doing, they'd be living the same way the parents were living. It was their mental that they got from God, not from their parents. It's the mental they got from God, not from the parents.
No. What it usually ends up being is they have either that older sibling or they have somebody there.
No,
I'm not
talking about no. I'm not talking about no. Usually, I'm talking about people that was in a household. They the oldest child.
All right, hold on. So listen, and this
That's
is the
a
thing.
tough conversation.
But Tio father was there. Tio father was there. But the difference is that I think we all agree that Bill is mentally tougher than Tio Senior is. I think we all agree on that. And so
Bill is mentally tougher.
So what I'm saying is although and we done took it so far off of boxing.
Hold on. We this is more than the show. This is BVO Boxing TV. This is what we do here, man. We want to understand the fighters on the inside. It's a mental, spiritual game. This is what we do, baby boy. This is what we do.
I love, and all I'm saying is that in this situation, when we're speaking on them, no, there are those individuals who have sometimes the individuals who don't have nobody there at home, right? Those are the individuals who go out into the streets and they really end up looking for another way, looking for those influences on them lives. They got the people they can look up to, and depending on the situation you come from, who knows who the individual may be. What I'm saying is that when it comes to Devin and Tio, when it comes to those two fighters, you know what I'm saying? Although I agree, Devin, I think Devin, he has the mental acuity or the better mental IQ, but at the same time, it's not just because he had his father in his life, because Tio had his father in his life. It also comes to how everybody was raised, the background and the mindset of those individuals. And this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing that respectfully, Tio Senior, he seems to be a little more erratic, and that it reflects on Tio. Whereas or Bill, even though Bill can say some crazy shit that we're gonna disagree with, he still seems to be more calculated and conscious, the same way Devin is in the ring. And I think all of that plays out, and hence the reason Devin is so good.
Well, let me ask my man. I want to get my man Athletic Mind here, man. We got a superstar in here, and I don't think we show him enough credit. But Athletic Mind, let me ask you a serious question. So when we talk about Tio and Devin, right? Now, me and you are from the hood within the hood. We from the projects, which is, the worst that you can be in, because that even in the projects, you the poorest of the poor. So so people like us, right?
Yeah.
And Tio's from Flatbush, right? And we know that Devin Haney is a kid who was blessed to grow up in Vegas, in beautiful homes. We remember seeing him back in the day. Dub know what I'm talking about. Tommy know what I'm talking about. Same thing with my man Prize. Evisu jeans at 16.
Brand new cars. That's how I grew up.
Easy living, easy living,
bags.
Easy work.
easy
Floyd
living.
All
say?
that
Easy
stuff,
work.
right? So I'm gonna ask you this: is it just me, Or don't when you see Tio, isn't that how they always do us project dudes like Tio and me and you, where because we had it worse, all of a sudden we not mentally tough because we might make a mistake or two? Have you ever felt that before?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely see what you're saying. But T.O. he got a lot of issues in his life that people I see a lot of people judging for, and he don't handle it in the way that's what can I say, the most prettiest way. He handle it in very ugly ways. You know what I'm saying? So that judgment, I get some of that judgment, but at the end of the day, man, none of us are perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? None of us are perfect. It's just the way T.O. handles it, it garners that type of negative attention, if you get what I'm saying. But that, like you said, that probably does have a lot to do with his upbringing. You know what I'm saying? But as he's older now, you know, people are looking to him as an adult to handle that in a different way, but he's just not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why he gets criticized in certain ways like that. I don't think it's necessarily because, you know, he came from the inner
GD
city and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Matter of fact,
You really
matter of
said.
fact,
Go
GD
ahead.
is crazy
hold
in
up.
the chat, dog.
Go
Matter
ahead.
of fact,
Hold on. I want to
BBO.
read some of these
Yes, sir.
comments,
Go
bro.
ahead.
But go ahead, Free.
You just said it yourself. You was brought up in the hood, and I heard you talk about your upbringing or whatever. What made you decide to be the man you are now? Was it your parents or was it yourself?
It was my grandmother. To be honest with you, it was my grandmother.
Was your grandmother in your household?
I was in her household.
You was in her household.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it's
spent a
not
lot.
it's not it's not your parents then.
Yeah, it
But
wouldn't be
but
my
but
parent. It would be my
but
grandmother.
but that's why I said from the beginning, it ain't got to necessarily be your parents, but you gotta have Shakur Stevenson. He got his grandfather, right? It ain't you, but you gotta have that stand strong guy, or lady. And for me, it was Big Mom. You know what I'm saying? That was my great grandmother. That's who, like BBO just said. I was in her household. You know what I mean? So and then it became, so it don't it.
I
But
stayed with my grandparents as well, Dub.
but at a certain moment in time, my mother, it became a big thing with her. And then when I got of age, you had to I had to reach out to my father. Me and him, we cussed each other out a couple times, but then I realized shit, we just alike anyway. So it just, the thing is, you got to have something solid behind you, and when you don't have that solidness, and I say it respectfully, and I'm not trying to. I give T.O. Senior credit. I give him credit for getting his son to where he at. The problem is that it may be, and even for Bill, hell, it may be time to hand the rings over and be there as a support mechanism instead of the main guy. I know you want to be there in the corner, but both of them, respectfully, it, we get into bigger fights. That's all I'm gonna say. We get into bigger fights. Let's get the most accomplished guys in there that we know. And
And you know what?
Um,
Right before you go, I'm sorry, D. Let
Yeah,
me
I
say
want
this.
to
Salute
read
to
no,
them
my
you
man.
good, you
Salute
comments.
to
good. Go
I
everybody
ahead.
want to
new in
get
the
to
chat.
some of these comments too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
go through some of them comments real quick, and then I'm gonna have
No,
my man D. Free. That's the next voice you'll hear.
No,
I want to read this
go
GD.
ahead, go ahead,
I'll
go ahead.
let Free now because Free been trying to get in there. Nah, you go ahead. Free, you can
No,
have your
you
little
go
like
ahead.
2-3
You
minutes,
go ahead.
and then I'll read
I
these comments.
I ain't
It's
got a
cool. Go
short
ahead,
memory.
brother.
You
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, that's all right. Go ahead because you
Read the
was about to
comments,
go
man. He
ahead.
said,
All right. My wife's parent GD is crazy. He said my wife's parents ain't ish. Her siblings ain't ish. Her aunts, uncles ain't ish. Her so-called friends wasn't ish, and she still maintains a damn good. She still maintains that she's a damn good wife and a great mother. Shout out to her. Bentley saying Devin Haney wasn't. He hasn't been in a dog fight with someone with power.
that's a fact.
I'm trying to skip around a little bit.
No, read them
What's the
all.
got?
Read them all.
Okay, all right, okay, no problem. He said, GD again said, her mental strong as hell, definitely a gift from God. Okay, so he agrees with Free. We can agree to disagree. Bentley said everyone handles stress differently. That's a fact. And then Gaza Trini said, so a dog fight with Loma ain't a dog fight. I guess he was going at Bentley on that one. And then Bentley come back with Loma with no power. And Loma was whooping that boy. Imagine with T.O. with power
Loma
being the
with no
king.
power.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
crazy.
don't know. That's crazy, but whatever. But Bentley said my point exactly. GD again said, yo, What's the issue? What's these youngins today don't have? Big Mama to whip that ass. That's a fact. I wasn't born with the switch, but the switch era, but I was damn sure born in that paddle era, splinters and shit. Yeah,
Hey, I
God,
pick I pick my own switches, so it is what it is.
Wait,
God's a
wait,
Trey
wait,
said
wait,
nobody on your favorite fighter resume is Loma Class.
wait. Hold on.
That's tough.
How Loma got no power? That's crazy.
I think Loma had some pretty. I think
But
he's
we
pretty
want
solid.
we want to hear from our man, the Puerto Rican Prince, D Free. Go ahead, Free.
No, what I
He
was gonna say,
Bentley told
I
Trini to
was
kick
taking it back.
rocks.
I was taking it back to boxing. I was gonna say is, I hear T.O. take all these big challenges. I was gonna say, what kind of challenge is Steve Claggett?
That's
Bro,
a
we better
fact.
not.
That's a fact.
I swear to
That's
God,
crazy.
we better not get Claggett, bro. We better not get Claggett.
Hold on. Claggett is a top 15 fighter in the WBA.
Bro, Claggett got stopped by Tiger Johnson.
Yeah,
Hold
a
on, Tiger
prospect.
Johnson is from Ohio, man. So
We talked about this last time, BVO.
Well, just
I
talk
don't know
about
if
it
you knew he
again.
was
You
from
know what I mean?
Ohio though.
What I'd say is this, Murder. It's us Ohio boys. You know how we get, you know how us Ohio niggas get down, nigga. Ohio nigga, double O. What's up, yo? Columbus, Akron, Cleveland, Springfield, Dayton, Youngstown. What's up, y'all? Cincinnati, too. I forget about you. You know I love y'all niggas.
I know we moving on, but shout out to Tiger Johnson, man. Shout out
And
that
I
brother
have
can
no
fight. That
problem
brother
with
can
T.O.
fight.
skills in the ring. I believe T.O. arguably could beat all these guys. That's why we want to see him in the
Dang.
ring with him. But the fight somebody like a Steve Claggett, dog, come on now. When you had Raymond Maritano offered to you, you had what was the other Rodriguez Garcia offered to you, and it was somebody else that was offered to you. You picked
It was
Steve
three
Claggett.
fighters, and you say Steve Claggett.
It was
It's fake. Hey, D
It
Free,
was
Elvis
three
D
fights.
Free,
Ramirez.
D
It was
Free.
three
It's
fights.
fake news. It's fake news, D Free. It's fake news, and we all out of order because he not. We all know Teofimo
No,
Lopez.
he fighting Steve
He ain't
Claggett,
fighting
dog.
Steve. If he
No.
fights Steve Claggett, hold on, BVO. If T.O. fights Steve Claggett, are you truly going to give him credit for that fight?
I'll always say is this, man. As my man Bernard Hopkins said this many years ago. Salute to B Hop. Because you remind me of Jim Gray. He told Jim Gray, you know what? Hey, I gotta feed my family. This is the business of boxing. So him trying to feed his family, I'm not going to say nothing against it. The guy's a top 15 fighter. I think he's number 13 or 12. Is that who I want to see him fight? No. But Devin Haney's busy. Sarah Matias, I think he broke his hand or his face or something. So he's not available. So T.O. is smart. You can't sit on the shelf, man. He
But
can't do what EJ
Raymond Muratalla
and
is
sit on the
available.
shelf.
Raymond Muratalla is available.
Well, we don't know who Raymond Maritala is. I mean, he's not like a
What?
big
Yes, we
star.
do know who he is. Yes, we
Hold on,
do.
but we know who
Yes,
Steve
we do
Claggett
know
is.
who he is.
But we know who Steve Claggett is.
We don't know who Steve Claggett is either.
No,
This is
we know who
incredible.
Raymond
This is
Maritano is.
incredible. This
We
is
know
incredible,
exactly who
y'all.
Raymond Maritano is.
My God.
For you to say you don't know who Raymond
I don't
Maritano
understand.
is, that's blasphemy, dog. Because you
I
know
don't.
exactly who he
You know
is.
who he is,
I don't.
Athletic Mind?
Yeah, I seen him. Yeah, I know who he is. I know who he is. I
I
seen
mean,
him fight.
I think that might
He
have
cool. He
been the dude
nice.
that delivered my packages today from Amazon. But
We just
Look,
we
look, look,
just
look.
seen
Raymond
Raymond
Muratalla.
Maritano fight. We
I
just seen him fight.
This man stopped
can I
Nakathiliu, the same
he won't be
Nakathiliu
ready in
that
June. He won't be ready
hold
by
on,
July.
hold on.
can I say this right quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I get the uproar of whoever T.O. fighting next. I truly get that, man. But it don't be no outroar when these other dudes not fighting literally nobody, and we make it an exception. Oh yeah, he's fighting somebody who's in the top 10. But when T.O. fight a guy like I would consider this a tune-up, it's a big uproar. The man just fought his last fight, a tough fight, which I arguably thought he lost anyway. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But he took a tough fight his last fight. The fight before that, tough fight. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing new for him. He's been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Despite what fights he may have had in between, the man he fight the best in the division, bro. And a lot of these other dudes, that's a rare thing. That's a rare thing. So I understand, people being mad about his next opponent, but it's just a lot of the same energy is not being kept. That's just my opinion, bro.
That's a fact, man.
Who did Devin Haney fought that wasn't in the top 10?
No, I'm not talking about Devin Haney. I'm not talking about Devin.
We're not talking about Devin Haney. We're talking
But
about guys in general.
Who we talking
But
about?
I think
Talking to the Baltimore Express, baby.
I think Devin Haney and Tio fought the best competition in my opinion. And when I said in the top 10, that was me making an example. I'm not saying literally, but because somebody just said that no, BVO just said that the guy top 15, whoever the guy is that Tio fighting.
He ranked 13.
Oh, the other name was Kenneth Sims Jr. That's what the other one was. Kenneth Sims Jr.
Let me say this because
and real quick, Kenneth Sims can fight. He can fight.
Well, let me say this real quick. I know with my man Athletic Mind just did. He just blessed the panel, man. I think you guys just missed what happened. He just let you know the truth. And I think when it comes to Tio, man, as a former project guy myself, I'm gonna call it what it is. As a project nigga, I think that's what always happen to us. Whenever we do something, it's never good enough. As we know, the same thing with the former government informant, a finesse 2 times said. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. And that's how it always has been. It's never good enough when a project dudes do something. LeBron James from the project. Oh, he not better than LeBron. He not better than Michael Jordan. You know what? At the end of the day, that's why so many cats from the project do so well because
you know what?
Hey, real quick.
Hold on. Time out. I don't want to hear that from BVO. I don't want to hear that from Prize Fighter. I don't want to hear that from Dub Right Side. I don't want to hear that from none of y'all because y'all was the same ones who was telling me that they're going Tank Davis was going to fight Pitbull Cruz and there was an uproar about him fighting Pitbull Cruz. Although Pitbull Cruz is ranked in the top 5 in the 135-pound division or top 10. I'm sorry,
because we already seen the fight and Tank beat him with one hand.
I understand that, but this man is not ranked in the top 10. He's not ranked in the top 10.
Who, Pitbull?
No, Steve Claggett.
We don't even know who. Nobody, man.
I got a question.
All right, this is the thing. If you want to make an argument for Claggett, I don't know. That's demented in itself. My thing is this right here. I don't understand, and I hear what you're saying, BVO. When you talk, nigga, I grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood, so that ain't what we talking about. You making it a class issue and all this other. Nigga, we talking about boxing. We talking about boxing. That's what we talking about right now.
No,
I grew up around the hood.
You said we niggas now? Is that what you said, Doug? You said we niggas now?
No, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Oh
What we just getting on Shakur Stevenson fighting Dagon? What we just getting on Shakur Stevenson fighting the guy that Frank Martin just knocked out?
We just got on his helmet for not fighting Raymond Muratalla, even though BVO said he don't know who Raymond Muratalla is.
So we got to keep it across the board. So if we get on Shakur for fighting the dude that Frank Martin just stopped, we got to get on T.O. as well.
For fighting the dude that Tiger Johnson stopped. Why wouldn't you be on your helmet?
Across the board.
That's real rap right there. That's real rap. You got to keep it even across the board. Everybody got to be held to standard. Not just 2 makey freakies, not 3 makey freakies. Everybody got to be held to the same standard. I'd agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, for somebody, this was what make it worse with Tio. Tio was up there giving his cap tour. He was on his cap tour. That's what y'all say these days. The nigga was over there fabricating all kinds of stuff. Talking about, I'm trying to bring boxing back. I'm trying to make it great again. And then you go select a Steve Claggett when you could have selected a Ray Muratalla or Elvis Rodriguez or whatever his name is.
Kenneth Sims. Even Kenneth Sims. A lot of folks don't know who Kenneth Sims is. That man can fight. Give me that fight.
Yeah, he's solid.
Claggett.
I never heard of
my
him.
man just
And
said.
all the other names that y'all named, I've heard of. The Claggett, I've never heard of. I've heard of
Claggett.
Hold
on. Let me ask this question. I just want to ask this one question. I want to ask one question.
Questions, Doug.
No, I just want to ask one. Just one. I just want to ask one.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Why fight Steve Claggett if Tiger Johnson beat him fight Tiger Johnson. Why wouldn't you want to fight Tiger Johnson? That's at 140.
Because
Make that fight.
that's his mentee. He really worked him and Tiger Johnson pretty close.
And
And also this too. I want to make mention of
so
this
we
too.
friends. Now we friends. My God.
Mordecai is being pushed by Bob Arum. They're not going to push him to fight freaking Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
So he ain't even been offered to Shakur Stevenson. But that's the fight that Shakur should be fighting. I agree.
And I agree too. I think he should be fighting more Tyler next. I don't know what
And,
Tio and Shakur is doing. They all on top rank. They should be fighting each other, to be honest. But it is what it is.
I
We're
agree with
gonna
my
have to
brother in
give
the
it
chat.
what we get. Go ahead,
He
BBO.
said,
What your brother
I
in
think
chat said.
Tio beats Tank on his best day. I think so
You
too.
said what?
We got a brother in the chat who said, I think Tio beats Tank
Gaza Trini.
on his best day. I think Tio beats
Gaza
them
Trini.
all. I think
Hey,
Tio
don't
beats
worry,
them
I
that
all.
day
mean,
will come. Hey,
he very well
It's,
may. He very well may.
yeah,
We
it's a
won't know until they get
possibility,
in the
but I
ring.
got Tank though.
yeah, that day will come. We're gonna see.
I
Like
mean, I
my
feel like
man,
this, man. Tommy, you my brother, man. I got 200 on that, man. Tio
I
versus
got high hopes for you, boy. We gonna see. Yeah, that's all I gotta say,
I'm just
dog.
letting you know,
But
man.
unfortunately, that shit ain't happening. But I got a question though. Let me ask y'all this because I've been hearing this shit a lot, and it's really like, if this don't matter, what really does? Like, do y'all really think the belts don't matter?
I think they do. I'm against that belts don't matter crap.
I
I
think
think they
I think they
absolutely
have
do.
merit. I think they have merit, but I think that also, as you can clearly see, because let's just use legacy as what the belts are, right? If legacy truly is the thing, then we do not take this clown show of a fight that's been promoted right now with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. You would be seeing Matias and Devin Haney because both of those are belts, and the winner will get the other one's belt. So even though belts do matter, that bread make more money than mean more than them belts.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
It's the same reason.
nowadays.
It's the same reason why your boy Canelo don't gotta fight nobody because they rather have him with the belts and get money off of that damn tax than to have somebody else who ain't bringing nowhere near the money that he got and fighting for the
Yeah.
belts.
Well,
But
he
but
fought
but
everybody,
but
man.
but this is the thing. Belts. And that's an excellent question because belts do matter, but they don't matter. And the reason I say it that way, they matter to individuals who have not established themselves as quote unquote pay-per-view stars, big names in the sport of boxing. Absolutely, belts matter. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
You gotta extend that,
to that
Dub. You gotta extend that to promoters too, because
hold on,
that's
hold
why
on.
that
Let me
nigga.
just hold on. Let me just finish. I got you. I got you.
Okay, just extend it
To
to the
to
promoters.
to the small few who have made themselves pay-per-view stars and those type of things. No, the belts don't matter. The second thing is though is once again, and that's the belts matter to the promotional companies, right?
Facts.
And so this is why we able to see how certain belts maneuver certain ways, certain things happen when we watch it. We all understand what's going on. We all see it, and so the belts do matter. But at this current moment in time, they've kind of become secondary to the individual who's gonna be big money paydays, which hinders the sport, in my opinion. But that's just the reality.
I mean, I I guess like the belts only really ultimately matter when a person becomes undisputed. At this point, that's the only time the belts really truly matter in this current time in boxing that we in. Or when somebody become unified.
Yeah. I think they matter. They you get a you get a pay raise. The younger fighters like Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. These kids they need belts. Um, I just think I don't want to just totally erase them. I think certain fighters, the superstars, don't necessarily have to have a WBC or an IBF title. They can just be like any just meet up, fight, and they don't got it. We wouldn't care, if Devin and Tank was for no belts. We wouldn't care because they're two stars. But like I think they do matter. But like you said, they don't matter, but they do matter. They don't matter to the superstars like Canelo and Tank. They don't matter to
What
them. But to Bivol and Tyson Fury and Usyk and them belts, they want all the belts. You know what I'm saying? Because they not.
Yo, Proj, you know what don't make sense to me? You know what Floyd said. Like Floyd say, I think he said something along the lines. I could be wrong, but Son basically alluded to the fact that not the fact, the opinion that the belts don't matter, right? All they do is collect dust, is what he said, I believe. But he was steady collecting them though, so I don't get that. He was steady going after them, collecting them, but they collect dust. I mean,
and then when he go make his arguments against anybody else about why he's the greatest, what do you bring up?
The belts and how many belts, how many champions he beat.
How many champions he beat? Yeah,
that's what he bring up. That's what he bring up. So I mean, hey, go ahead. I apologize.
My thing is with the belts, they doesn't matter to me because as long as I get to see the fights that I want to see, I could care less if a belt is on the line. But I do agree with the right side. They matter to the promotional company, but they don't matter to me. That's why when I say the belts don't matter, I'm talking about for a personal stance for myself. The belts doesn't matter because as long as I get to see the fights that I want to see, I don't care if it's a belt on the line or not. I want to see the biggest fight. And another reason why I say belts don't matter, it comes to when they use the belts to maneuver around certain individuals. That's when the belts truly does not matter. Like Canelo Alvarez, he's using the belts, saying, "Oh, I'm undisputed. I don't have to fight David Benavidez because he hasn't done enough or whatever." So that's when the belts does not matter. I don't care that you're a champion. You're not proving to me that you're the best.
But also, Free, the belts do help make some of these fights that we want to see happen. Not all the time, but sometimes.
But I don't think it's and this is where we have to make the distinction. And I think this is the biggest problem with all of this, that what we're talking about. It's the suits. It ain't really the belts. It's the suits. And so some type of way this individual gets stripped, but this individual don't get stripped. But this individual, he's elevated to the franchise, but this individual not elevated. It comes down to the suits, and me and Tom, that's the problem with boxing. The suits, as far as promotional companies and sanctioning bodies. And the thing is, although yes, the belts do mean something, the problem is the way that they move. The belts mean what they want it to mean. It don't mean the same to every fighter at every weight class. It's different. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna move accordingly because, like I always say, everybody 3% ain't the same 3%. Hence the reason Canelo can hold the belts for 3 years, damn near, and not be stripped. But Devin Bud, they get the belt, they get stripped immediately. You be like, God damn, they got stripped in 6 months.
And that's the reason why they gave that nigga Mike Sile that damn fight, because they didn't want your boy to have a damn belt no more. He got his ass beat with one hand.
I think they didn't want Gary with that belt no more.
I thought he boxed good, but he ain't win that fight, man.
You didn't think he won?
That's cool. Some people, I know a few cats that think that Gary lost. That's cool.
I didn't think he won the fight either. I gave it to Mark Messier
because he ain't throwing enough punches with one hand. That's how boxing go.
Let me just say, never mistake activity for achievement. You can fling punches all day. If they ain't landing, and he catching them and making them miss, and all you did was just be hella active. You ain't do nothing with it.
But
meanwhile, you get pinpointed.
And at the same time, defense it goes into scoring. Defense does go into scoring. So I understand it. All I'm saying, man, you get in there, you done threw your shoulder out, bro. You fighting with one hand. I think Mr.
Shouldn't he been fooled? Shouldn't he have been fooled? He couldn't lift the hand up.
Nah, well, he should have been fooled. He wasn't fooled. I agree with you on that part, but at the same time, I didn't think he won the fight.
Yeah, I thought he gave dude a boxing lesson though. If he had 2 hands, we know what would have happened.
It would have been easy work. 2 hands, easy work.
Yeah,
but one hand.
Easy work. But I respect what you guys say, man. I mean, I'm not gonna discount it because a lot of people see it that way.
Was his shoulder messed up or something?
Yeah, he threw a shoulder out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he couldn't even lift it up no more.
Y'all
Oh,
think?
wow.
I
Hey,
still think he boxed beautifully with that one
Oh, for
hander.
sure.
He was making Mark Maxeo miss, and he was catching them, landing punches. But whatever.
y'all think Mr. Gary box again?
Nah,
Hell
I,
yeah.
I say I say yes.
I don't even want to see it.
I
Be
do.
You
free.
don't want to see it?
Be
You
free.
think
Nah,
he took too much punishment?
I like
nah,
to see
nah,
him take a
nah.
tune-up
Yo,
fight
yo,
to knock the cobwebs off. I like to see him take a tune-up fight to knock the cobwebs off and then jump right in
Well,
there in the
he
very
don't
next
take
fight.
tune-up fights, but you right
yo.
Well,
about
he's
that
gonna have to get. He's gonna
conversation.
have to. All right, we'll fight. We'll fight
No,
like
no, no. I agree with you. I
you
agree
know what I'm
with you. I just
saying?
say that that's just not his mentality.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Be
want to
free.
see him do
Hold
that
on.
at his
Yeah,
age. I want to
Be
see him
free.
yo.
take a tune-up and then
Does Mr. Gary fight again?
Probably not.
You don't
Oh,
think?
what the hell? We got the answer then.
No, probably not.
I like him
I
as a trainer now. I like him as a
Yeah,
trainer. I
I,
ain't gonna
facts.
I
hold you. I
think.
do like him as a
See,
trainer.
the thing is, Gary, he's been away from the ring too long,
Yeah.
and I mean, he already was only fighting once a year because he couldn't get the fights that he wants, so he was only fighting mandatories. But now, if you look at it, he's been out of the ring for about to be 3 years. About
Damn
to be
near.
3 years since he's been out the ring.
Damn
He,
near.
I don't think he's coming
Yo,
back.
yo, free. I got a
You don't
question.
think?
Yeah,
No,
go
go
ahead.
Well,
ahead.
I do. I think he's coming back. I think that
Yo,
he'll get the itch again, and I think that he, even though, like I said, he might take a light one, then he'll be all right. And he's that skilled; he can jump right back out
I
there. I'm not
seen
gonna
I
say
yo,
that.
seen Gary in a Phantom dog. I don't think he need the money.
No, he definitely don't
yo,
need the money.
free.
But let him get his question off. Let X get his
Go
question off
ahead,
though.
my bad. Go ahead.
No, no,
Yo, free. What
he don't need
you
the
you
money. No.
you know the Russells fairly well, right?
Yeah.
I got all right. So I got a question. Why? What's up with? Do you know why he was at talking about he gonna fight Devin Haney and he gonna fight Terrence Crawford, calling him out? There wasn't any like real credence to any of that type of talk.
Not far as Bud because the offer was never sent to him. But the Devin Haney, it was some real stuff there, but the contract situation wasn't correct for their side. I mean, like I said, the original contract that they sent, they wanted Mr. Gary Russell to sign to uh, uh, uh,
Yeah.
what was it? Devin Haney promotional company, and he was supposed to sign. They wanted him to sign to his promotional company, and daggone Bill Haney has spelt his name wrong on the contract. Now, Bill Haney said he did it on purpose. I don't know if that's true or not, but he said he did it on purpose. He said he does that from time to time. He spelled his name wrong. I don't see how you do that you spell your name wrong. I ain't never spelled my name wrong before, but I mean that's what he said. So, and then after that, the father, uncle, he said he didn't want to do business with Bill Haney. He said he didn't like the way he do business. He didn't want to do business with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's why with that second offer that was done on BFTV when it was Batman and Bill Haney,
Right.
that wasn't a real offer because that was something that Bill Haney told Batman to go back to Gary Russell. Now it was a real offer, but it wasn't them actually negotiating because Bill Haney told Batman to go to Mr. Gary Russell with this offer, and Papa Gary, he said, "Nah, I'm not doing business with him."
All right, yeah. I got one more question now. I'm gonna let the panel go, but let me just ask this right quick. We know that Gary Russell punched Terrence Crawford in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Let him have it. If the fight did happen between them two, who you think would have won?
I don't know because it depends on what weight class they fight at. If they fight at 47, I would lean towards Bud, but I'm still gonna be rooting for Gary. If it was fighting at
If he
47,
gets
I
in
would
the
lean
ring
towards.
at 40 or 47, he gets destroyed.
It wouldn't have been at 40 or 47. If he was fighting Mr. Gary at 35, I would lean towards Gary.
don't think Terrence has been 35 in about 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
I mean,
Terrence won't
I'm
make
just
35.
saying you got. I mean, Gary would
I
be
see what you're
moving up
saying,
what
man.
like 4 or 5 weight classes, and so
Yeah.
why
Only
not
one.
be
What
the
he at
middle?
If
126?
you want to go by the pound for pound criteria, I think
regardless
that
of
Terrence Crawford destroys him. If you say forget they weight, put him in the ring pound for pound, I think Bud stops him.
yeah, I don't think and shout respectfully, D Freak, respectfully. I don't think Mr. Gary beat Bud at any division. Any division. You
That's your
name it.
opinion.
I agree. I agree. But at the same time, Bud gonna be the longer fighter, the rangier fighter. Mr. Gary, the one thing he love to do is box. And that's why I love watching him fight because he a
Yeah,
great boxer.
right. Yeah, he
But at
is.
the same time, when you fighting a longer fighter like Bud with power, I don't know what you want from him. I don't know what
I
you
don't
want from
know.
him.
See,
I don't know
I
what you
don't
want
know.
from him.
I don't know if Bud has that power at 35 that he got at 47. Because when you drain yourself down, you lose your power.
Forget the power, forget the weight. Let's just say pound for pound. Don't matter.
Yeah, I don't.
Gary Russell, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford destroys him 10 out of 10 fights. I don't care what weight it is. He's too long, rangy, wiry type of, and he's powerful. So Terrence Crawford would get Gary out of there in about 8 or 9 rounds. But I think it'll be a chess match in the
How
first
you gonna
5
how you gonna say
easily.
forget? How you gonna say
Easily.
forget the power? You said forget the power.
I
Forget
said,
the
well,
weight.
let's use pound. I meant to say, let's forget the weight. Let's just use the pound for pound criteria. Gary Russell, pound for pound. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound. Terrence Crawford destroys him every time. That's all I'm saying.
If we go pound for pound, I don't think anybody can disagree that Bud beat the shit out of and I say it respectfully. He beat the shit out of
I
goddamn.
mean, I have no problem with none of y'all opinions because we won't never see the fight. So your opinion is your
I
opinion.
got
No
you.
problem.
Hold on. So D, for you telling me that Mr. Gary beat the shit out of Bud?
At 135, I think he will be Bud.
Man, he'll get fucked. We know.
He'll get hurt bad.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Real quick. One question. When we seen Mr. Gary fight at 135?
We never seen him fight at 135.
But he gonna be Bud.
That's crazy.
We ain't never seen him fight at 47 neither.
That's why I said forget the
So
weight.
because
Let's
you
just say
never seen him
pound for
fight at
pound.
135, doesn't mean that he can't fight at
Forget
135.
the weight. Pound for pound, he
You
can't
know
beat him.
the
That's just what
problem.
it is.
The only problem that ever got Mr. Gary Russell, and he's one of the fighters I love to watch. He just had a little. He just was a little guy.
Bruh.
If he was 5'10",
That don't got nothing to
5'11",
do with it.
no, it does. He like 5'4". He might be about 5'3", 5'4". That
Gary, he ain't that shit.
No.
he's about that
He
height.
5'6", he 5'6", 5'7". He about
He
5'6",
fight like the same
5'7".
No,
size
he's
as
no, he's
Pacquiao.
not. No,
He's
he's
not
not.
no 5'6".
No, he's not. BVO is absolutely correct. He's like 5'4".
Really?
Yeah, he's not that big a guy.
But
No, he's not that big a guy.
That make it that much more egregious. My bad.
Look, Gary Russell fight at 135 is like Tank fighting at 154, bro. That is just that's just not gonna look good,
It's too
bro.
much.
What?
It's too much, bro.
How you figure that?
That's just my
fight at-
opinion. That's just my
Tank
opinion.
Davis, hold up. Tank
That is my
Davis fight at
opinion,
135. He's an inch taller. He fights at 135. He's an inch taller.
But he got all out of split it. It's gonna sound
He's a
weird.
bigger
But
man.
yeah,
Man.
He's Gary's
Like,
real small, man.
Mr.
I
Gary,
really think Gary like
Pitbull,
5'3".
hold up. Pitbull Cruz fought at 135. He's about the same height as well, actually he's taller now. But when he fought Tank Davis, he was about Gary Russell's size.
Pitbull is built totally different than Mr. Gary. He's built totally different.
I'm not worried about how he built. I said he fought at 135.
No. Wait. So look. Weight means something, but at the same time, your build means something. Mike Tyson is whatever he was fighting at heavyweight, but at the same time, it's a different build. Pitbull has a different build than Mr. Gary do. Ain't no way Mr. Gary gonna go up there he a hell of a boxer. I'm a fan.
So you got
Hold on.
Pitbull beating Mr. Gary Russell?
I
Probably.
would say so.
Yeah,
Who?
He
Who
too
would you
probably.
big.
say? Who would you say? Free?
Pitbull.
You got Pitbull beat Mr. Gary Russell?
No, no,
I do. I do.
absolutely
I
not.
do.
Absolutely not.
I,
In
Y'all
I
what
know
weight
do.
me.
class?
I
I
wish
do.
that fight. I
Absolutely
wish
not.
that fight was to be made because I definitely take
Hey, well, hold on,
Gary
hold
would
on,
Pitbull
hold
in
box
on,
that.
man.
circles around. He would
We talking
box
about
circles
35,
around
right? We talking
Isak
about that at
Cruz.
Yes, we're
35?
talking about 35. We're talking about
Yeah, no, no,
35.
35.
I'm
He'll beat
picking.
him up.
Yeah. I'm picking Pitbull. I'm picking Pitbull.
Crazy. Gary Russell would box
I would
circles. He would
gladly
turn
take the
him.
dub
But
right now,
y'all,
but
Yeah, me too. I
listen.
would too. He would turn him. Every time he tried to reset Pitbull Cruz wouldn't know what to do. Gary's
Look,
not gonna be there to hit,
I,
and he would
All
box
right,
circles
all
around
right,
I
him.
wanna,
all right,
11-1,
all right.
10-2,
Y'all got it.
easy,
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
easy.
I wanna agree with D Free and Prime. I can't stand the nigga. What's the name at all? But he's a
Me neither.
horrible fighter. But
Yeah, me too.
but I think in that fight, like the size, like I think all the things y'all said that he could do, he's gonna be able to do. He's gonna turn them all that. But I think fatigue, in my opinion, fatigue gonna start to kick in that that
Oh,
pressure. This is just my opinion.
Russell?
This is just my opinion because he's moving up to 135. This is not,
No, I'm asking you the fatigue. You talking about Gary?
yeah, because I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
the weight is, this how I just feel like it's gonna go. The weight eventually with the pressure of Isak Cruz and all that and the size, and Isak Cruz is gonna be real physical with him. I think that's eventually going to have it's going to take a toll on him eventually. I think Isak Cruz may,
him fighting at 135 is more closer to his natural weight.
hey, you know better than me. I don't know.
I'm just telling you because I know for a fact. I know for a fact, Mr. Gray walks around at 140. He walks
Even
around
though
at 140.
even though it's closer to his natural weight, the problem is that he's not a bigger
He got
puncher.
a slender build too, though.
My
He really
God.
do.
He's just gonna outbox him. Forget the size and all that. He would
He'll
outbox him.
get
He would
bummed
turn
up.
him.
Size
No,
matters,
he
though.
will
Size
not.
matters sometimes.
Yeah, it does. You absolutely right. It
He
does
will
matter.
not.
But in that situation, when
Oh
you got
my.
I'm gonna let you go, Doug, because I've been real quiet. When you got an
Fouls make fights.
boxer, when you got an boxer, a tactician like Gary Russell, those are the worst kind of opponents for Isak Cruz. Yeah, I hear you. He probably try to win. Gary's not going to be nowhere to be found when Isak Cruz is set.
And also Prize they the same height, so him.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know.
I think
It's
Gary.
not like
No.
he taller.
Who the same height? Pitbull and
But
Gary?
this is the problem.
Yeah.
This is hold on, but this is the problem. Mr. Gary is used to being able to use his boxing ability, right? This
Right.
to beat Pitbull Cruz, you gotta hurt that man and you gotta keep him off you. And
No, you don't. Tank didn't hurt
No,
him.
you don't. You
all
don't.
right,
I don't agree with
Yo,
that.
D Free.
And not to mention he lost before he. How many
I'm
times
about
he
to
wasn't
say
undefeated when
Tank Davis didn't hurt Pitbull, and he was
he
able
didn't
to.
hurt him at all, and he boxed him and he turned him. That's all you got to
And
do.
he
Shakur would do
didn't
it.
keep
Devin
Pitbull
would
off
do
of
it.
him neither.
Gary would
so
do
now
it. Gary's an
Mr.
A+
Gary is equal
boxer
to Tank
masterclass.
Davis?
No, what
Nobody.
you
Oh
said?
my
No,
God.
I'm going by
What
what
are
you
you
said.
saying?
Nobody
You
said
said
that.
in order to beat Pitbull,
No,
you got to be able
hurt
to
him.
hurt him or keep him off you. I said
Right.
Tank Davis did not hurt him
He did
or
not
keep
hurt
him
him at
off him,
all.
and Tank Davis beat him with one hand.
Yep.
I disagree. I disagree. Oh, all right. Let me rephrase.
You disagree with yourself?
No. I agree. No. D free. My apologies. I agree. D free.
Oh man.
I think that when I say that, I'm saying you got to gain an individual respect. I'm talking about respect. That's what I'm talking about. And so there's a difference between hurting the individual and gaining their respect. Tank had Pitbull respect from the beginning of the fight, even though we seen it because the man was one handed and still able to win the fight the way he did. What I'm saying is for what we talking about, Pitbull versus Mr. Gary not gonna gain Pitbull respect, bro. He's not gonna do it.
That's your opinion.
Man,
I agree with Dub. I agree
I
with
saw what Mr. Gray did to
what fight?
I saw what Mr. Gray did to Mark Messiah with one
Mark
hand.
Messiah fought at 126.
Listen what I said. I
Pitbull.
saw him rock that guy with one arm. He only had one arm when he did it.
I ain't see
Pitbull
that.
ain't even got a neck, bro. This man ain't even got a neck.
I say this, bro. I think he's gonna walk through Gary Russell. I think Gary Russell gonna have his moments because he is a terrific boxer, but like he just going. They the same height, so like
I'd rather
it's
see
gonna
him.
be it's gonna be
I'd rather see him against Antonio. I mean Antoine. I'd rather see Pitbull
I
and
didn't even finish my
Antoine.
point, man.
D Free, how tall
My
is your
bad.
cousin, man?
How tall is who?
Your cousin.
Mr. Gary is 5'4".
Oh, he is? Okay, so he's an inch taller than Pitbull.
If Pitbull is shorter than 5'4", he's an inch
Nah,
taller.
they the same height. They both 5'4", bro. So I don't know. That's two little dudes. Then you try to box a little dude who already swinging. Hey man, I don't know, man. And then I feel like Pitbull stronger than him. He's gonna be more physical than him. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's not a more skilled boxer than him. Obviously, I think the nigga's a bum ass nigga, but I'm just taking into account that he a strong, powerful dude. You know what I'm saying? He was at 135. He at 140 now, but the fight ain't gonna happen anyway. But just in the hypothetical land, if they were to fight 135, I gotta go with the East Side nigga, man. That's just
I wish they was fighting
me.
at 135. I'd take all y'all money.
I guess, man.
No, you'll be owing money like a motherfucker, but you.
No, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah.
Dub, you didn't lost your last 3 bets.
I
Yeah,
have, I have, I have.
I picked the stoppage too, man. I got East like stopping him in like 10 rounds, bro. Yeah, man.
That's definitely not happened.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't
We
know.
ain't never seen Mr. Gary get stopped.
We ain't never see Errol Spence get stopped. It
We
happened,
never even seen Mr. Gary get rocked.
we never see Errol Spence get rocked until it happened. I'm just saying.
No, we have seen Earl Spence get rocked before.
No, yeah, no. The first time he got rocked was when he fought Larte until he got rocked by Larte. That's what I'm saying. We ain't see Errol Spence get hurt until he did. So that's what I'm saying. So it happens. It's the first time for everything, bro.
It is the first time for everything. It'll be the first time y'all see Pitbull get beat by somebody from 126.
I guess, but it ain't gonna happen because Mr. Gary Russell is on the show. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He ain't run that Lomachenko fade back too because he got beat to death.
So you don't think he comes back and beat the person that he said he slapped the taste out of his mouth?
Oh, most certainly not. Most certainly not. He gonna get beat to death.
He come back and try to fight Terrence Crawford.
Not Terrence Crawford.
No, he's talking about daggone Chris Colbert. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, Chris Colbert.
Chris Colbert ain't. I don't even know if Chris Colbert fight again. That man got knocked out so badly. I don't even know if he fights again.
He got embarrassingly knocked
Yeah,
out.
man. He shout out to Chris Colbert, Prime Time Chicken. That's his little chicken spot. Shout out to him, man. He's officially a chicken shack worker, man. He don't box no more, bro.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But he talk all that shit. He embarrassed us out here in Brooklyn because he don't represent us right. He don't work hard. He don't do none of that shit. He do lame shit in his camp sparring little niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's a lame, and you can't unlame a lame, my nigga.
Hey, why did you from Brooklyn? Why did Chris Colbert seem to cater to the Mexican fan base instead of catering to his own?
Because his trainer Sosa, and that nigga he did some weird shit to me. I ain't gonna speak on it, but the relationship that they have is like that's his father. So I guess Chris Colbert don't know his father. He not following his father, but Sosa's a Mexican, and he trains Colbert, and they real close. So a lot of Sosa family took him in a little bit, and that's how that whole thing is. That's why he called himself a black Mexican and all this type of shit.
Oh, BVO. Okay, it makes sense. No, that actually makes sense because I always wonder why was he catering to the Mexican fan base instead of his own. But what you're saying that makes sense. If he was brought in by them, I could see him doing that.
Yeah, shout out to Sosa though. He weird. He dropped the N-word a couple times because I guess Colbert gave him the pass. There's some weird shit going on over there. But he started Bruce Carrington, he started Africa, and he started B-Hop. So for those of you who don't know, he definitely gave them their start. So he definitely knows boxing, but
Damn, he
credit to
lost
him.
some pretty good boxers.
Yeah.
I mean, those some nice names on his
That's some
resume.
serious names right there.
He started them all off. It was them three, and then BR started acting weird, hating on Shoo. I know the whole story, man. It's really weird. A lot of weirdo shit, man.
I would love to see Shoo and Chris Colbert in the ring.
Oh.
Yeah, they had some legendary sparring sessions back when B-Hop was actually taking boxing serious. But when you don't take boxing serious, your skills start to wane until you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he is not at this current moment. He ain't nothing.
Yeah, he was much
He only
better than he
lost
is now.
he
I'll
only
give you
lost
that.
one fight though, didn't he?
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
but we
The
know
last
we
couple
look
of
at that
fights,
though. He
Fought a
ain't.
draw. No, he got a split decision, but
Hold
then he
on,
got
hold on,
knocked out.
hold on.
he lost to
Hold
Garcia.
on. Who we talking about? We talking about Chris Colbert?
Yeah.
Chris Colbert. Hold on. Wait a minute. The man got knocked out. Well. First off,
Nah,
I
he
ain't gonna say
quit.
got knocked out. There we go. I appreciate it. Against what's the
Hector
brother who
Garcia.
fought Tank?
Ryo, man.
El
No,
Rayo.
no. Before El
Hector
Rayo.
Garcia.
Before
Oh, you
El
talking about
Rayo.
Hector
He
Garcia?
he didn't
Hector
get knocked
Garcia
out.
was the one who showed him out. Go ahead. Yeah, my bad. I'm out
Right,
of
so
order.
he lost 2 fights, right? Oh, he lost 2
Yeah,
fights.
he
No,
lost
he lost 3 fights.
No, he lost 2. He only
Lost
lost
two,
2.
2.
two. Yeah, he lost two.
He lost to
So,
Hector Garcia. He beat El Rayo, and then
he
he
And
got
got
then got
knocked
stopped.
out
knocked
by
out
El
by El
Rayo.
Rayo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
My
how
bad.
about that? How about
I
that
mean,
pose by El
he
Rayo after
technically
that
he lost
knockout?
that first fight with El Rayo, but they gave it to
Facts.
him.
Facts.
They gave it to him.
That was
I didn't think
classic when El
yeah.
Rayo knocked him
Maybe that's
out
what
and
it
he
was.
stood by him. That's a classic picture, boy.
Yeah, man. He went out bad, man. That's the what goes around comes around, man. And he got his, and a certain somebody gonna get his next because he another lame. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy out here in Brooklyn. I don't know why
Why
niggas
Brooklyn
be
not
so
united
lame.
no more, man?
Speaking
I
about
don't know, man.
El Rayo, how y'all think that rematch goes down between De Los Santos and El Rayo?
Shit, I
I
don't
got
know.
De Los Santos again.
The
Yeah,
same
man,
way.
because
The
El
same way.
Rayo just makes too many fundamental mistakes with leaving his
El,
head on the line, bro. Like
El Rayo El Rayo long and he can punch against somebody like Chris Colbert. The problem is when you go against a De Los Santos, that man got footwork. That man he keeping his head off the line and he got power behind this shit. Yeah, El Rayo getting knocked out again. He
I,
getting knocked
I
out.
don't I don't know, man. I thought I want to say I felt like Ryo like in that what was it the first round? Like he felt like all I know is in the first round or whatever round it was, he knew he could hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So they both could hurt each
oh
other. So this is
no, he was
not
winning the fight until he got
yeah
knocked out.
this is not just because he got stopped the last fight. I'm not gonna just go out on a limb and say for
It,
sure.
it,
I think that
hey,
this could very well be a difference.
but just because you can hurt an individual, me and you would agree on this. It ain't about hurting them. It's about landing the power. And in my opinion, I don't think El Rayo gained respectfully to him. I think he a double
But he
fighter.
landed the power. He dropped him in the last. Did you not see the last fight, bro?
Hold on. What I'm
This is not a
saying
fight
is,
where he walked through him or nothing like that. Like I mean, he walked through him, but it wasn't easy.
I ain't saying what I'm saying is that I think that De Los Santos sent it one way from the beginning, made the adjustment, and now that he made the adjustment and was able to, it's just gonna be a different fight because I know what to expect from you. I know what you're hitting like, and I know what to avoid, and I got the better footwork. I think I got that better head movement. I like El Rayo. I'm just saying that I don't think that I think that De Los Santos is a better fighter.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah, De Los Santos. I think he wins that rematch in a stoppage again, because he got all the tools. You know what I mean? I just don't think El Rayo got that good of a defense. I think he beats him up again.
Yeah, and El Rayo keep that head on the line, man. That's
Yep,
trouble.
has trouble for somebody like De Los Santos, who's calculated, who don't like to waste a lot of punches, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be a world champion at 135. I can see.
Yeah, he'll be up there. He'll get his get back. You know, with Shakur, they should go ahead and run that back.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to that, bro. To tell you the
Well,
truth,
They should run that back next.
like,
Shakur,
Shakur was supposed to run it back, but then he changed his mind.
Shakur,
Shakur was supposed to run it back, but then he changed his mind.
Yeah, I would have ran it back. Maybe Bob Arum said no, absolutely not. I'm not refunding that fight
Yeah, that
again.
was a
I
shit
mean,
show, man.
yeah,
Hey,
I don't think a lot of
hey,
people want to see that. It was okay to me. It wasn't as boring like I said earlier. To me, is so much to y'all. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, it wasn't a good performance.
shout
By
out
either
to
boxer.
shout out to my nigga Shakur though, man. He gonna come back. Niggas done forgot.
Yeah, no doubt,
Said
no doubt.
that man got the best defense in the sport of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for that moment where he could prove that it's all time great. Because he got to prove that defense is all time great against the best that there is to offer in boxing. So, I'm just waiting for that day where I can say, yeah, that nigga, he the best defensive fighter ever. But I can't say that now because he ain't really fighting nobody where I can say, yeah, he proved that against this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? I can't really.
Yeah. You gotta
He got
go.
the stats and all that.
You watch like old films and stuff of old boxers a lot.
Yeah, of course.
So you seen Pernell Whitaker?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have.
You think his defense is on par or better than his?
I can't say that because, like I just said, Shakur hasn't proven that his defense is the way it
So
is
I'm just saying,
against competition.
do what
Like
you
that.
see. Because, like, for me, people will say, well, Boost ain't tested. He ain't been in the ring with nobody. But I know what I see. Like, I see something special in Boost. I don't think that, what I like Morel, even Obatiah, man, I see people that like that. And I know that they don't look like they in the ring with people. Sometimes it be them that make it just look that way. And I agree that man got exceptional gifts on defense, man. He has quick reactions, reflexes, and on top of that, man, he's calculating, man. And he knows this, and he can get that. He got a gauge for distance and timing, so it would be interesting, man. I just know that he gonna get a chance to prove it, like you said, and I can't wait for the challenges. I can't wait for none of these fighters. All of these fighters to start taking on the challenges, man, because that's what the sport is about.
Absolutely, man. But if it ever do come down to it, in terms of what I'm looking at, I see what I'm looking at from Shakur with the defense, and then on the other hand, it's the stats, and I know people probably don't want to get into that, but the stats of his defense is just absurd. You know what I'm saying? It's and I know it's probably a silly thing to bring up, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? We bring up punch stats and all this shit and power punches and all this type of stuff. So why can't we do it for the defense? You know what I'm saying? So I think if he does go on to prove that his defense is that against the highest level and is able to keep those type of stats, I mean, he has a great argument for being the greatest defensive fighter in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, I can respect it.
Yeah.
I definitely can respect it.
Yeah.
But I'm just willing to see what he does next. I know the best version of his score is the one I seen against Yoshino, but we don't get that all the time. So
Yeah, I like the performance against Jamel Herring. I thought he was in his bag, bro. But
yeah, why everybody dropping off like that?
I don't know. The whole people jumping. Damn, they come back up. But I think his best performance to me was, yeah, that's a good one though. X. I like my favorite personal one was Jamel Herring. I just thought he was in his bag on that John dog. I thought he did everything right.
Surprise when I was in that building because I went to Shakur fight, man.
So you went there?
When I seen that man in person going to work like that, bro,
That was crazy.
I said nobody can beat this man. If he fight like this against everybody, nobody can beat him, bro. If he fight like
he's
that,
gonna be tough to beat.
yeah, but it's the guy that was in front of him, man. He lacked a lot, so it made Shakur look like that.
But
Shakur's already
Shakur should
great
have
on
just
top of the
picked it
fact
up
that
though. But he's gonna keep following his game plan. He's not gonna get off his game plan what he trained to do. He might say one thing, tweet. I know y'all like to call him tweeting and all that. He needs to stay on Instagram. I say it too, but when he come down the ring, he's focused. But he's gonna be hard to beat for anybody, bro. Because if he doesn't choose to fight like De Los Santos against like Tank or Tio, like Tank is good at cutting off the ring, but Shakur, if you get a little anxious and start lunging and reaching, he gonna make you pay, man. So, like I said, if I want the Jamel Herring Shakur or that what's the other guy you just said? Damn, tip of my tongue. Eh?
Yoshino.
Yeah, well, I need them performances from here on out. At least his next 2 or 3. Give me that.
Man, he was looking crisp for that Yoshino fight, man.
He was sharp.
I would go back and rewatch that shit, man. That nigga was
Sharp. And I
leaving.
predicted on his channel that Shakur would stop him. BBO thought I was crazy.
Yeah, man. BVO hating on the Puerto Rican kid, man,
Yeah, man.
out of New Jersey, man.
BBO was hating. BBO told he wasn't hating on me. He just thought I was like tripping. I'm like, I think Shakur's gonna come back because he just came off that not so good performance against that Asian fighter, and he came back in his next fight. I told you he's gonna beat this dude. He's gonna stop this dude. BBO just go run the tape. BBO thought I was tripping.
Yeah, man. I can't wait, man. Who he fighting next, bro?
Well, there's reports of him fighting, but the guy that Frank Martin, that guy.
Yeah, that's good work, but Frank Martin stopped him, so
yeah. So we need to see that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't know what Shakur and what Bob and them are got. What kind of plan they got for Shakur? Maybe just a stay busy fight, and then he'll throw him in there with Tio, or we get to see him cross the street and fight Matisse or Pitbull or something like that. Because right now, Shakur's kind of looking crazy at 135 because he over there, but everybody else is over at PBC.
Right.
Except for Tio. So they're going to have to clash eventually because what else the top rank going to keep doing? Putting out Claggett and whoever and Shakur and Frank Martin leftovers? If they're going to keep doing that, they're going to have to do something. You know what I'm saying? But right now, the 4 dogs at 135, the champions look like they can be some good fights with Devin, Tank, Tio, and Matisse. So let's get it cracking, bro.
And you said Pitbull already.
Yeah, Pitbull, the new WBA champion, absolutely.
Can't
like
wait
so, when you look at a graph of them 4 fighters, you start saying, "Yo, I need to see these Jones. I need to see some unifications now," because and then you got Shakur, on the outside looking in.
What's funny?
Only one he can get is Tio out of them 4.
I'll be saying, yo, I can't wait for Pitbull to lose. And it be slipping my mind that the man already got 2 losses in the draw. He already been beat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, yeah. People make it seem like he was undefeated, bro.
It's just, I don't know. I can't wait for him to catch his 3rd L, I guess.
Like that Matisse nigga. They think that he's this wrecking ball, and he is, but he lost to a guy who nobody knows. And if you go to that guy that he lost to, Box Rec, it's like what? But I know people arguments like Matias stopped him in the next. All right, cool, but he still
but he went life and death with him in that fight. Don't even talk about that.
And he gets hit way too much. I think he's in 4th place out of all of them guys. If you look at that graph of Devin, Pitbull, and Matisse, I think Matisse is in last place, bro. I mean, him and Eastside Cruz is the same nigga to me, bro.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, bro.
Same nigga. So them niggas is 4th. You argue who's 4th between Pitbull and Matisse. One of them are 4.
Yeah, I ain't too fond of them type of niggas, bro. They real fighters. They bro,
getting beat up.
You could be a come forward fighter with defense, getting out the way, and you know what I'm saying. And people make it seem like come forward fighters don't have defense, and you know what I'm saying. Like these are just guys who just come forward with no defense, bro. They're not a come forward like real come forward fighter. Boxing is not only just boxing on the back foot. You could box coming forward, move your head, and looking nice. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes don't do that. Them niggas is ass, man.
Yeah, I'm not too high on Subrio Matias and Isak Pitbull Cruz. They just because all it does is take a Shakur would dog walk him. He would box circles around him. He probably would stop one of them because he hit him so much. The referee he'll assault one of them so bad. The referee don't want to see no more. Or or Devin Haney, he put Devin in there with dog Matisse.
Niggas like that need to take notes from Lomachenko, bro, or how to come forward and look decent while coming forward, bro. Move your head, use the footwork. Niggas need to take notes, man. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas just flat footed. Yeah, straight to you, flat footed. Don't move their head.
Yep.
That's trash, bro. I give it to Isaac Cruz though. That nigga got a goddamn brick wall of a skull and chin, bro.
That nigga don't got no neck, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
nigga
that shit
running
is
around
crazy.
here like Tyson. But
you
see his neck drills, dog?
Oh yeah, that
Like how
nigga
he was
wild.
trying to strengthen his. Like I was like, he gonna break his neck, dog. This nigga's crazy, man.
I
But
see, cause
man,
I see the Rolly fight Tank, and Tank was feeling the power, man. Like he did not want to get flushed by that shit. Then you saw Cruz, he just like really just walking through the man, bro. I'm like,
yeah. Rolly
damn,
did a
bro.
lot of lateral move. You know what happened with Rolly X? He got rocked really bad in the first round. He should have
Yeah,
went
yeah,
down. But that shows you how good of an athlete. I know y'all don't like him, but let's be honest. That shows you how the good of an athlete that Rolly is. Because any
yeah.
other fighter would have went down on that, and he
Right.
stood up in there. But he was rocked so bad he never recovered, and that's
Yeah.
what I was afraid of with Rolly. But Rolly was trying to move, but he's not that good on his footwork on the back foot trying to move. But he was touching Eastside with some nice right hands. I was like, see, but Rolly don't know how to get out of there. You know what I mean? Like that's all you got to do is touch him with right hands and turn him, and he's cooked.
Yeah, man. Rolly got beat to death,
Yeah,
bro.
Rolly
Like,
got Rolly. They didn't rip the
yeah.
pockets off that nigga pants in that one, bro. For real.
And
Like he
then
got.
Jordan Plant. I don't like how she was. I don't know what type of weirdo she was. I don't, maybe she don't like Rolly too, but that interview was like, what are you doing? Like, she tried to start an argument with him too. I'm like, what you
Yeah, she kind of. Yeah, that was weird. That was kind of
weirdo
weird, eh?
shit, bro? Like, what
Yeah,
the
that was
fuck? Like,
strange. And Rolly was kind
uh,
of still dazed. He was looking like he didn't know what to say. His whole world came crashing down in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he didn't seem confident. He wasn't talking to shit like he was against Tank or, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't Rolly. He kind of knew, damn, bro. I really wish I could avoid this fight somehow and keep this belt, but there was no avoiding it. You
and he
know what I
got the
mean?
daylights beat out his
Yeah,
ass,
he did.
man.
He
Man.
paid dearly for it, but hopefully Rolly can come back and be like entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can get in there with Adrian Broner or the winner of him and Blair the Flair. I'm excited for that fight. I don't know why, but the build up to that fight gonna be crazy if they do it right. But maybe he can get back in there with one of them. You know, Rolly like Mayorga. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Actually he's not. Mayorga was undisputed, but he Rolly just not that good, man. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
if he had better guidance from the start, we would be looking at a totally different fighter today. I
Yeah,
will say that
yeah,
because in spurts he showed little potential. Like, damn, if
yeah.
only but it's just
You remember he almost killed Ryan. They had to pull him off of Ryan, and since everybody like talk about sparring, he almost killed Ryan Garcia in the sparring.
yeah,
Rolly
bro.
Romero did. So Rolly not. He's I be
And
feeling bad for
he
Rolly
beat up
sometimes.
Richardson Hitchens this sparring. They don't talk about that.
Mm,
Yep,
mm.
it's footage of that.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I gotta check that one out.
Oh, yep.
I
And
got to
then he
see
tried
that.
to make all excuses. Oh, I got off the plane and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Man, look, man.
Richardson Hitchens, he kind of flipped the script a little bit on me.
Yeah.
I still rocking with him though, but he just kind of just went from like one guy to like kind of humble to like kind of like
Ah,
changed up on Shakur. I was like, that was kind of weird. And then he's like that video of him walking like wanting Tank to touch his hands and then go hit the pad. That was kind of lame to me.
dick ride.
You know what I'm saying? That was like, go ahead. That was some serious dick eating right there. I'm with you on that one, Eggs. That's what you call dick eating. If you look in the definition, that's what that is. And I was just like, oh, this nigga didn't change on Shakur. That was weird, but I'm still rocking with him. I'm ready to see him in there with some tough competition. I think he's good,
Man,
though. He's the
I
good.
don't know how you do it, Prize. Come on, man. You don't rock with no nigga like that, Prize. That
Now
nigga.
I'm saying in the ring, I rock with
Oh,
him in the ring. Outside the ring, I wouldn't want to like be his homie and no shit like that because I don't like niggas that'll change on me. Because like I'm a loyal type dude. Like I'm built off loyalty, you know. So when you do some sucker shit like that, you can't come to the type of nigga I am. You can't come back from that, bro. One time with me, and I say I always have my eye on you, even if we be like semi cool after that. I'm like I don't really. I'm saying nigga did some sucker shit like that. Like that's crazy. You over there touching this nigga gloves like he some god, and now you got the power, and then you go hit some mitts. That was some weird dick eating shit.
and that shit didn't even work because that nigga can't
And
punch
then
his way
he
through a
right,
wet
and at the
bag.
end he missed the hook.
Yeah, like come on,
He
nigga.
missed
You
the hook
can't
at
even
the end. Yeah,
he
he
can't even
did.
punch his way through a wet paper bag still, bro. You doing all
I
that?
rock
Come
with him
on,
though. I
bro.
think he's the goods inside the ring though. I do.
Man, I want to see
Shit
that
on him.
nigga against Batias or even Eastside Cruz, bro. Let's
I
see
think
that.
he can beat them.
Let's see that, bro. You know
I
what
think he
I'm
can
saying?
beat Eastside Cruz. Matias would be tough. It depends if he can keep him off of him. You know, because Pitbull is a little bit easier to beat than Sabrio Matias because
He a little ass nigga. He's like 5'2".
You got to keep turning that nigga Eastside. That's all you got to do, and he's cooked. But Sabrillo's a little bit more devastating of a puncher. You know, can you keep that nigga off of you? That's the thing with him. If you can keep that nigga off of you, or if you can hit him, if you can crack him real good, and he'll think twice about coming. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he fought in tooth and nail with the rematch of a guy he should have never lost to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That guy, go look at that guy he lost to box rep. People say, oh, he's 20-0 with 20 knockout, but nobody talks about that loss. Nobody brings that shit up.
Yeah, man, that nigga got beat. He got his ass whooped, bro, and that out on his feet and shit. He got smoked.
Yeah, he got smoked. Yeah,
came back. The fight was looking like it was going and it was going the same trajectory. Them going back and forth, and then he mustered up some type of momentum and stopped the dude. It wasn't like he's beating the dude ass from the start. No,
right.
That's never how Matias fight go anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As of recently, I don't know about early in his career or in the middle of his career, but as of recently, he been letting dudes get out on him, beat his ass for the 1st round, then come out and beat their ass, or
he overwhelmed. He started overwhelming the person.
I'm
not really too impressed with him. It's cool with the knockouts, and that's cool. I'm all for it. Get him out of there, But let's be honest. When he steps it up to an A-class boxer, he's cooked, bro. Because they're not gonna be there. People think, oh, Devin ain't gonna keep him off. Devin don't got no power. Devin will tear his ass up.
Yeah, Devin would destroy that nigga, bro.
Devin will punish that nigga. Devin might stop that nigga. He look like he's starting to fill out, like, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to see.
Devin, I will actually see. Devin is gonna cook that. That shit is gonna. What the score card be? 118, 110. What
120 to 109 and
shit
120
like that.
To 109.
That shit gonna be easy.
Gonna look crazy.
No, people really think, like he gonna hit Devin. This misconception. He gonna hit Devin and he going. Isak, bro, that power shit that niggas want to talk about, I really don't think it's crazy like that. He hit Rolly, but Rolly, everybody know Rolly got loosened up by Tank, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga
don't forget about Jahan Ingram rocked him real bad in sparring.
Yeah, put that nigga down too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Isak Cruz, like he ain't really why he ain't do that to Tank when Tank had one hand.
Yeah.
Tank got a hell of a chin though. That's one thing.
Tank got a way better chin than Rolly, but nevertheless, Isak Cruz landed some good shots on Tank.
And they even phased him.
And then he walked right through him. You know what I mean? So if you and Devin Haney is a superior boxer, he would box circles around him. Shakur, he would not even be able to touch Shakur. Probably be the lowest punches landed in the history of boxing if you try to fight Shakur, because he's going to be swinging for the fences.
That's why he ducked. That's why he ducked, Pross. He knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They ordered the fight. The WBC ordered a fight. Remember they ripped off the fights they wanted.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And Pitbull and them was like, hell no. Nah.
Acting like they was gonna fight Tank or something. Now that you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I did good. I wouldn't mind seeing a Tank rematch right now, just so Tank can just shut everybody up. But I prefer Tank to fight, one of the champions next, so because they're all pretty solid. If he fights Devin, Tio, Sabrillo, or Pitbull Cruz next, I'm cool with those.
Yeah, man, I'm about to get lit at 140. Tank about to fight Frank Martin too. If that's official, I'm ready for that shit.
Yeah, I think Tank posted it on his Instagram the other day.
It's about damn time. Tank finally fighting somebody with, you know what I'm saying? That's I ain't gonna say, because I thought Barrios is his best opponent, but that's controversial still though. But I think
who else would they say? Pedraza?
That win did not age well. That is a terrible win.
I think the Barrios win is aging a little bit better because he rocked Keith Thurman pretty good, and now he beat up who he beat in his last fight.
Ugas beat the shit out of him.
That was a decent.
I told niggas that was gonna happen too. I said, hey, they like, oh no, Barrios did this, he died. Keith Thurman beat him up. I'm like, bro, Ugas is not that good, bro. He's not that good, bro. And
he's okay.
Ugas he's okay. Yeah, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? But Barrios, man, that's Tank's best win, bro. People want to say, oh, Leo Santa Cruz. That's accolades.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's pure accolades. That is not Leo Santa Cruz. Did not, he did well in the fight, but in terms of actual challenge, come on, bro. Leo Santa Cruz not no actual challenge to Gervonta Tank Davis, bro.
Yeah, I knew that Tank would. I think I knew Tank would win, but I didn't know he would brutally sleep him like that.
People were a lot more worried when Tank fought Mario Barnes than they were when he fought Leo.
Absolutely, because of the size difference.
Exactly. People was all, bro. People was probably not even like looking at the TV. They were just wait. Nah, I'm not gonna say they were looking at the TV, but they were just waiting for Tank to knock him out. Like they knew, like
yeah.
Well, Barrios, it was just a little more of a question. Like okay, like it's got it's a different weight class, this and that.
Dude, big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he beat the stuffing out of Barrios too, man.
Yeah, he did. Rip the pockets off that nigga jeans, man. So it is what it is, man. But hey, I hope Devontae goes in here. I think this fight.
Shout out to Tank. My bad. Yeah, let me just say
that.
Shout out to Tank, man. He is. I gotta get his take, man. I know Tom's gonna like this, man. Tank is the most electrifying man. I can't say it's sports entertainment because that belongs to the man on my picture right here, but he the most electrifying man in all of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tank is very exciting to watch. He gets a lot of criticism that comes with being the best, but right now he's stepping it up, and he's been out of the ring for a little while. So has Frank. That's why I got this going 12. If Devontae knocks him out, I wouldn't be surprised. But I got it going 12 because I'm hoping they go 12 because I want to see a good scrap. They've been out of the ring a little bit, a little rust knockoff. Some rounds go by. Tank IQ, what's Frank going to do? Is he going to press? Is he ready for the lights? A lot of questions surrounding Frank Martin, but I think we're going to get a hell of a fight, and I think it goes 12 for Tank.
Yup. Yeah, I think Tank going
stop him, get him out of there.
He gonna put this man on the ground. The man talk about sparring, bro. That sparring shit cool, bro. But this is a fight, and this is the different lights. This is the Tank Davis type of lights, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pay-per-view, all that. You liable to go to sleep, bro. And if it don't happen, I wouldn't be surprised because Frank is not nobody Tank been fighting, bro. Frank is talented. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Talented. So but I still think Tank gonna get this man out of there because I believe in his ability. And especially against this different type of style, I think he's gonna get the job done by KO.
Damn, they blowing smoke in somebody's face. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's BVO.
There go BVO. There go BVO. What you think, Thomas?
Blow smoke in that nigga face.
Thomas, you there? Oh man, I think
he might be doing something. Yeah, it is kind of late though. It is 12:30.
Nah, that's my bad. You can hear me now, though, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad.
I mean,
yeah. That right there. So this is all I want to say with regards to the fight going 12 distance or not, or if it be a knockout. I think that one of the greatest fights we ever saw, well, I know that I ever saw, was Tommy the Hitman Hearns versus Marvin Hagler. And that bad boy didn't last very long at all.
That's true.
But it's action-packed in that fight. So, I don't think that it necessarily has to go 12 for it to be a great fight. I know I seen the fight where Pacquiao pretty much got knocked on his face by Marquez, and that was an amazing fight. So I won't say that it has to go 12 for it to be a great fight. I do want to see him pushed because that the knock on him is that he doesn't really fight people that have a skill set that would challenge the skill set he possesses and has. So I would like to see it, man. I honestly just knowing what I see, I don't know how that fight goes past 9, but it could because Frank is a really good fighter.
Yeah, he rugged.
Yeah, he ain't no punk like my man said on that movie. I ain't no punk bitch.
Yeah.
So he ain't no punk. So he gonna be there. But sometimes it's like you said, I don't play stock in sparring. I never have. For the most part, sparring is to work on something in particular, and you bring people in there that's gonna give you something similar to what you're gonna see in your opponent in the ring, and you're letting them do what you got to train against to do it. Now I know, as was the case for Bruce Lee in his films, sometimes people come there to get their ish off. I know Kevin Thunderstorm is one of those people. Johnson is one of those people who do that. You know what I'm saying? He go there to prove a point, show you that I'm bad. But to your point, X, When he get in that ring and it bing, 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 and it's for the lights and for actual win and a loss, I seen Africa beat the dog snot out of that dude. So, you know,
Wait. What?
Kevin Thunderstorm Johnson.
Kevin. Oh, Kevin Johnson. Oh, you seen that fight? I was looking for footage on that shit.
Oh, let me go get it then. I'll put
Oh
that bad
man, you
boy
got
up in
that?
there. I gotta find it. I don't have it on me, but I can get it because I got
Oh
it
yes,
before.
please, because I was looking for that when I heard him say that. He like, yeah, because he was in Africa comment section. He like, yeah, I beat you, man. Rematch me. I'm like, what, for real? And then a lot of people were saying that, so I want to see how
Yeah,
competitive that
because
fight
So
was.
the guy beat up Africa.
Yeah, man, that's what he said.
I what you said, but boy, Africa was putting them fifth ward B's on. You know what I'm
Oh, so
saying?
Africa really did kick his ass.
Yeah, man, it wasn't close like he said it was, but in
Oh
his
man, he said
mind
he lied.
because they sparred and he got him in sparring.
Oh, okay.
Like it's hard to flip the switch when you not really intending on in sparring. You ain't trying to brawl or prove your mettle. You working on something and somebody's coming off, and then eventually you got to say enough is enough. Sometimes it's hard because you done sparred other folks and whatever the case may be, and you not really got that energy to do that. Where he coming in with the full on energy, like, nigga, I'm about to put it on you, show you that I'm the man. He's one of those guys. I like him, but he's one of those guys that he go in there to show you that through sparring, I'm a James Tony yo ass. And you
Damn.
know,
So he was capping. God damn, man, it's not looking
nah,
good, Kevin
no,
Johnson.
it was a good fight though. It was a good fight. But I mean, for somebody that's they quote unquote don't have no pop, you know, he
He
wasn't
said,
able.
"Hey, Tom." He said
I'm
he
a
won every round, bro. He said he felt like he won every round. That's what
hey,
KJ said.
hey. That
That's
fool
crazy.
T.O. just fought in the fight. He said he won every round in too.
No,
That's
that
crazy.
he won 12 rounds to 2. What'd he say? 12
Oh yeah,
rounds.
10 rounds to 2. You're right. He said
11,
10.
11 rounds to 2 or something. He said crazy.
Yeah, so you know, I mean, sometimes people, you know, hey, and that's one of the things that you know I didn't get a chance to make mention of because it was just so much back and forth going on with so many other people. Like somebody said, the mindset, and within To is the mindset to make an excuse for things. And if you can make an excuse for things, then you can believe ish that's not true to be true. And he does that a lot. He does that a lot, and like in those moments where it get difficult, will that have him question himself? Because he was on that rope that one time wearing that freaking jersey, saying, "Do I still got it?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there, for him to have that in that presence of mind at that time to say something like that, you know it go through his head in the ring if things ain't working well, if things ain't looking right. So, you know, how will it affect him in the ring? And that's one thing that I will give Devin. Devin mentally is sound, bro. He know exactly what he gonna do. And if he does go through some times and some tribulations, he gonna try to figure it out. He ain't gonna go over there and sulk or have a pity party. So, you know,
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? I just can't wait for that Tank fight, man. I'm really a Tank fan, man. I don't know if y'all know, but I be really critical of him, but
When is that fight again, X?
I'm a super fan. What the Frank
June,
Mar fight?
Yeah, June. Damn, we got a while to go.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, cause I talk a good game about I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. You know that's my favorite fight on it. But I ain't never been in no Bud fight, man. I've been in a Tank fight though. Tell you that
well, I don't
definitely.
know if Bud ever fought in a place where you would consider going to, too.
And he fought at MSG and
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
yeah.
that would have been nice to go catch him at MSG.
He fought Amir Khan, I think, there. But
But
that fight was a disgrace, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here quit.
yeah, man, that was a disgrace, man. And then
but
he joined the team, and that's crazy.
he joined what team?
He joined Bo McAnuff for a little bit after he fought.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, so that's how I feel, man. Like I feel like too much scrutiny and scrutinization, I should say, and stuff get placed on these fighters, bro. And like some of it is beyond their scope of control. Like some fights just not gonna get made because of what Dub was alluding to. Like the fighters, they with it, but the promoter, nah, I ain't about to lose this belt. This belt attract future prospects. and they got to have something to fight for. And I want them to have something to fight for, so they won't make a fight that could potentially be a fight that they switch the belts over to another side, and that stuff got to stop, man. And like you said, the not fighting people because you don't want to, but you holding the belt. What you holding the belt for if you're not fighting your mandatories?
Yeah, man. I hope Tank do that, man. Cause they said something about Zepeda after he fight Frank Martin. I don't know if he gonna do it though. It's up to him. I don't know.
So the thing for me, man, I mean, he could fight Zepeda. I would be cool with it because everybody thinks that's a style that he might not be able to handle. So I'm
Okay.
with that, and that's why I'm with him fighting Shakur too. It's just will they, because they're from different companies. Now I know Cepeda, he's from Golden Boy, right? Is he from Golden Boy or is he from?
Yeah, Golden. Yeah, he a Golden Boy fighter.
So, I don't know how willing they would be to make that fight with him because he's on the up and coming and he's got a lot of steam. Now, if he takes an L in today's climate, that sets him back to the point where they say, well, they ain't no good.
Right.
Which that ain't necessarily true, but that's just how we feel nowadays. And everybody guarding that zero. So, like, I don't know if that fight gets made, but honestly, to me, the only fight worth making for Tank at 135, besides this fight that he's fighting right now, is Shakur. It's Shakur. So Frank Martin, and then if you can't get Shakur, you need to move up.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm not interested in seeing him fight anybody else that's not up to standard. And then it's only you got to wait a couple of years before the talent that's below them in rankings to start getting enough season for them to be a true test to them in the ring. Because there's some young bucks that's coming for their tails, and but that's some time away. So if you can't get Shakur, because that's the pinnacle right there at the division, then it's time for you to move up.
I just hope that he followed the route that you saying, man. But he was saying that 140 wasn't comfortable for him. I don't know if he changed his mind about it, but he said 135 where he gonna be campaigning at. I don't know if that's still the same sentiment for him, but that's what he said. But I until I hear something new, that's I don't think that he'll move up if there's nothing else left if he can't make the Shakur fight. But I don't know, man.
See, this is another thing that I agree with what you're saying right there, and I think that this also helps and aids in the fact that these fights can get made. The only one I'm really concerned about is Devin, because I think Devin really is bigger than that division that he's in too as well. So I don't know how long he's going to stay there before he's not comfortable enough to fight there. But Shakur is not being pushed by Bob. Bob does not, for some reason, he do not F with Shakur. I mean, you could tell it in his fight. He didn't want to give Valdez the fight. Shakur the Valdez fight. And then when they had it, he didn't even promote it. He didn't even want to show up to the stuff. And then when it was time to take pictures, he took pictures with Valdez and then he bounced. He didn't do anything with Shakur. Shakur got to know, like, even if he stay there, he the odd man out. He going to have to move up, man, because he's going to push Mortai. He's going to push Vargas. He's going to push he's got so many other people over there on that roster to push that.
That is crazy though. Like, damn, and Shakur really re-signed with him, man. Like, we ain't. I guess the whole situation with Bud. That's Bud personal issue, but I would think Shakur look at that like, damn. If he did that to Bud, why wouldn't he do that to me? Like, this is the thing that's been consistent with Bob Arum. As great as Bob Arum is, we know how he get when he actually builds a fighter up to where they're at a certain star level. We know how he get. He start to hold them back. You know what I'm saying? He build them up. When they get to that certain level, he hold them back. Then they got to move on. That's just how it goes.
Exactly. You reach your what you call it, your ceiling with him.
Yeah,
and then it's like okay, we can, because now you're worth too much than what I'm willing to pay you.
Right.
You done tapped out your ceiling here. Like, you're far better than this, and I want you, but I'm not gonna keep you to pay you. So that's the thing that they got to deal with. And then all it takes is one fight to be made over on the other side, and they can see, oh damn, we get paid a little bit better over here. So then now you go back there with problems, and they don't want that. So it's like, do they really fully invest? And that's why he got a staple of talent over there. Because if we lose him, we just lose him. We still got some young bucks behind him that's going to bring that heat. So I mean, I don't know. I think that it puts
And
him in a
I
precarious.
think I think it's a lot of people that's and the difference is with Bud and Shakur. Shakur don't got a lot of people in his. I mean, Bud don't got a lot. Well, I wouldn't say he don't got a lot of people, but he got a different type of people in his ear rather than Shakur got. Shakur got the Jay Prince who got a relationship with Bob Arum. Then he got
Yeah.
Bob Arum. Then it may be a situation where Shakur's still young. He may be feeling comfortable in his position at Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Where he knows how business is done. He's familiar with how business is done with them. Maybe likes how the business is done with them. He don't want to step outside of that comfort zone and enter a new round where there's a lot of unknowns, you know what I'm saying, on the way he's looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know what, man? I forgot about that Jay Prince connection.
Yeah,
And
so
Jay Prince rocked exclusively with crooked ass Al.
well,
So yeah, he probably more than likely ain't going nowhere. And I think he was at that party for a reason. He wanted to let them know, like, hey, like, nigga, when you step out of line, this type of stuff can happen.
yeah, man.
So because I don't believe that was happenstance that happened to take off. You know
Oh
what I'm
no,
saying? That stuff was a hit, and he happened to be there just to let him know, nigga, you can't go nowhere.
man, it's a tricky situation, man.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm thinking. I forgot all about that. So yeah, he gonna stay with. But he's still gonna probably have to go up, man, because he not getting pressed. Like, honestly, you pushing other fighters. They got control of 3 of those belts over there. They got control over 3 of those belts. They can fight for it. 3 of those belts. They got one in him, and then there's 2 others that's about to get fight on by his fighters. So why can't he fight for those belts? I do think that his next fight after this fight will be probably with Loma after the Loma Cambosos fight, but then there's the other belt too. So
Oh, I would love that fight, OG.
I really would, man. I want to see that fight because I know he's a lot older than what he was. He's
Yeah,
still a hell of a skilled fighter, bro, and he
yeah,
ain't just
man.
somebody he could play with.
It's a shame that he old like this now, man. But he's still not like he's
He's still sharp.
and he's
Still
still winning
sharp.
championships. So why? Yeah,
He
I'm
about to
gonna
whoop
assume.
Cambosos.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that he gonna stop Cambosa. So I'm gonna say, yeah, he's still with a championship. So if you go on to fight Shakur, you a champion, money. You older than you were, but you still doing great things in sports. So if
Well, I'll
Shakur
put
beat
it to
that
you like
out,
this. I think a win over him is like 10 times better than a win over Herring,
uh huh,
and it's 10 times better than a win over Comac. Like, he still is a high level. Nobody can just walk in the ring and just handle him.
nah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I respect it. That's why I respect the hell out of Devin Haney for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't an easy fight for him. And it was a fight that he took when he probably shouldn't even been fighting at that weight. So, I always give him mad respect on that one.
It's a fight that he even had to take. He could have said, "Nigga, kiss my ass, nigga. I'm moving up. You ain't want to
See,
give me a
that
fight."
one, I don't think so. I think your boy wanted Loma to have that belt so bad that he put him in the deal because he shouldn't even. It should have been just that one, the rematch, and then whomever was the best fight
Oh
available.
yeah, you right. I forgot about that because I was saying that at that time. That's crazy. You just remind. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he calling this Mickey Freaky Loma the best thing since Muhammad Ali. Matter of fact, he said he was better than Muhammad Ali.
yeah, he did
So,
say that shit.
so
And
you know,
and they
you
scrubbed
know,
his loss off of there too.
you
I
right,
love that.
you right. So I think that unfortunately he had to make that fight, and he figured. I know he saw the way in too. He was there. He knew that nigga wasn't at his strongest, so he was like, "Yeah, we gonna get this one." And I mean, it was a perfect storm for him to get that belt, but Deb eked it out.
And Loma should have went to the body more if he really wanted it, but he man, cause that's what you do with somebody drain, quote unquote. You go to their body, but he ain't do that, so he lost.
Nah, he didn't go. He didn't go to the body, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it was a competitive fight all the way around,
Yeah,
and I mean, however you scored is how you scored. But I mean, it was no robbery. I will say that it wasn't no robbery.
facts. It was no rivalry, bro.
It wasn't like what Maxie Hughes got done, nigga. Because Maxie Hughes waxed Cambosos. I give Cambosos maybe one round, maybe one round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got
bad
cooked.
bitch.
I heard. Yeah, he got cooked. I heard. That's. I ain't watch it, but that's why I heard he got cooked, and they gave him the gift, bro.
All right, so like I might you might not be able to hear me because I'm about to go look for that link and I'm gonna pull away from this. Sometimes it let me talk, sometimes it don't. So like I'll hear you though.
All right. Yeah, man, you got really cooked. I heard in that fight, Kambosos. But Kambosos, man, that guy is a one hit wonder, man. I gotta be honest, man. I thought, any of the guys, whoever got to him first, whoever got to Kambosos first, they was gonna beat him. Haney, Javante, whoever, maybe even Eastside Cruz, bro. He just for the pickings, bro. That was, so I can't really, that win for Devin Haney. I can't say, oh, the main thing is he became undisputed. You know what I'm saying? It's not because he beat Kambosos. I'm sure a lot of people knew he was gonna beat Kambosos. More so the achievement of undisputed. So I don't really say that win is like a signature win or some shit like that. No, but I think his signature win at this point, I can't even say it's a Lomachenko fight because that fight wasn't like an extraordinary performance. Because we compare Devin Haney to the greats. He's doing things that his father wants him to get recognized for. Oh, he's the youngest undisputed. He did things that Floyd didn't do at this age. So if you bringing up Floyd, I'm gonna have to hold Devin Haney to Floyd standard. That fight with Lomachenko was very competitive to where people think that Lomachenko won. So
Run it back.
yeah, exactly.
See, but this is the problem though, and this is why I don't have a problem with him not running it back. I don't think he should have been taking the fight in the first place. I thought after the first Kambosos fight, he should have been done with that division, man. Because when I saw him at that weigh-in, that nigga looked scary. Like I mean, you couldn't even you could recognize him, but he really looked like he was sick.
Right.
And I ain't want him. And I mean, even in that condition, he beat that first fight, man. He didn't lose a round. I'm sorry, I ain't see that nigga lose one round in that fight. There was no need for no rematch.
Nope.
He beat his ass with a jab the whole night long.
Man, he cooked him up with one hand, bro. And the second fight made him bleed.
Yeah, the second fight, I think Kambosos won a couple of rounds, but he still was getting his tail whooped the whole night long.
Wait. You think I'm saying that no, cause I said I think
you said he made him bleed. I'm just saying that in 24 rounds.
No. You think I'm saying that
No, I
Kambosos
think
deserved a rematch?
No. I'm not saying that. You said, oh, you said make them believe. What did you say? I thought you said he made him bleed.
No. Yeah, I did say that, but no, I'm saying I felt like because people, his father bringing up Floyd comparisons, I was talking about the Loma fight, and I was like, even though you say you felt like he shouldn't have been in that situation, I was saying that people feel like he lost to Lomachenko. That's something that Floyd would have revisited, and beat him in a more dominant fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Floyd was that weight though. That he was fighting in a weight scale that's more around where he naturally should be. Devin was cutting way too much weight to get in that ring with them, man. I ain't want to see him fight at that because I don't care what nobody say. After a while, that's gonna take a toll on the body.
Yeah, he was looking crazy.
Yeah, dog. So like, if Loma down a rematch him at 40, yeah, bet we could do it at 40, but not at 35, man. And I do believe he deserved the rematch. I really do. I really do. I stand by that, but just not at 35. I think that's why when people was like, well, he could have fought Tank. No, he could not at 35. He can't fight Tank. He can't fight Shakur. None of them niggas at 35, dog. He giving up way too much to be there. And see, I want all things to be equal. So I'd rather see the fight at a place where he can get down comfortably and not have to worry about nothing.
True that.
So yeah, I wasn't saying that you didn't. Yeah, I think Loma deserved the rematch, and I think that for his legacy, for him to say like, "Yo, you want," like you said, if you bring certain elements into it, you got to take all of the element. You just can't take bits and pieces of it. You got to take it all. So if you want to be like Floyd, then hell, your fight's gonna be mostly champions.
Yeah.
You taking other people's O's, you taking other people's shine, they momentum, because that's what Floyd was doing. Like, oh, this is who you say it is. Okay, well, let's fight. So yeah, I hear you on that. I fully hear it, and I don't think I just don't think that's for him. I think that for all of them,
Yeah.
You in there to fight.
The only one that don't the only one out of the the four guys we speak of so much out of the weight classes that I think had a what people claim is a close fight. I don't agree. I think he beat the man with one hand, 8-4. You know, people say, "Oh, Isaac Cruz deserves a rematch." I don't get why them people say that shit, but hey,
Yo,
them
he
people are
deserves
ridiculous.
he deserve a rematch because you said like, hey, if it applied to Dev, it applied to him. If
Yeah.
niggas really thought he lost the fight, fight him. But he gets his rematch because people who know boxing know it was either 8-4 or 9-3. It was one of those two.
Right.
It wasn't anything other than that. So he gets the rematch after you fight the other people. That's why I want him to go to 40, because for 40, you got the shot at T.O., you got the shot at Matias.
It's
You
hella
got the
smoke up there, man.
Man, it's so much smoke, like way too much smoke. You got people who ain't got the belt that's got smoke.
Yep, that's crazy. That's a
I
fact.
mean, we don't even talk about Rancis Bartholomew, but hell, he was giving before they stopped the fight. He was giving Antoine Russell all he can handle. He was winning the fight.
Yep.
Now I
And that
do believe,
stoppage.
I do believe the last two rounds Russell was winning, but the previous rounds was all Ramsey's. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's somebody who don't get mentioned. You got Africa there. You got I think Ramirez there. You got who else? What's his name? Dude, nice too.
Oh, who that?
Russell there. I can't remember. This dude is nice though. He like a foreigner. Mickey Freaky is nice though.
Foreigner. What country?
Damn.
Well, you Russian, you
I
Spanish.
think he like either Russian or over in that area, one of those Caucasus mountain areas.
Oh man, the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah, he one of them. Let me go back and get this. I put the Hughes fight up in there, but I'm about to go get the
There's a lot of smoke.
Hitchens and Thunderstorm fight.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I need that. OG. I gotta see that. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that for sure. Damn. I'm trying to think who you talking about though. Man, foreigner. So you got Matias. You got. Isn't what's the name still there? What's his name? Isn't Elvis still there? I think Elvis still there. I think what's dude name? Oh man, Kenneth Sims, ain't he at 142? I think he at 142. Um and it's a lot of smoke up there. And you still got Josh Taylor up there. That's crazy. You got Josh Taylor up there still. I don't know what Regis doing. You got Ramirez, you said him already. Who else? Damn man. Yeah, you got Africa there. Um my boy Scooby, he gonna soon be up there too. Scooby. Uh you got Ryan up there, yep, Devin, Eastside Cruz. Damn, yeah, it's hella smoke up there, boy. Woo, that's the best division to boxing right now. It was 135, but Todd Schiff, man, that's crazy. Yup, that's wild.
Yeah, you got way too many people. And like you said, you got Sims there. You got Elvis Rodriguez. It's so much smoke up at that division where there's so many fights. I mean, hell,
Through
it's
all
fights
the
to be had.
promotions too. All the promotions got it's deep. It's multiple opponents in each. Like top ring got fighters at 140. That great good fighters at 140. The zone, PBC, like picking poison, bro. They all that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, so it's definitely smoke on all platforms, bro. So take how you want it, bro. Whoever I'm saying nobody can say, "Oh, this, that," make excuses. None of that. I don't want to hear none of that because it's right there. There's plenty of fighters on 140 on your side of the street, on the other side of the street, whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see Tank at 140, man. So after this fight, beat Frank Martinez, go to 140. You know what I'm saying? And put boost the asses, man. That's what I want to see, man.
Damn, I'm trying to get. I could get like snippets of it, but I'm trying to figure out where I found that full fight at. I know I got. I'm almost on it though.
I bet, yeah, man, because I got to see that, man. I was hearing him talk about it. I'm like, damn, dude, where the footage? I went right to YouTube to look for the footage. Ain't find nothing, man. I know it's probably because Africa or Kevin Johnson had to take him down. That's usually what happens sometimes.
I think you're right, man. Cause hell, I can't even find it now. But I'm gonna keep looking because I know I saw it on something that was like, it was like a forum. It had to fight on the forum.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that must have been what, 2017 or 18 then? Yeah, probably around there.
Think.
Yeah, people don't talk about though is Africa brother, man. That nigga nasty, bro. Your little brother,
Oh, I
cousin.
don't even know his brother. Who's his brother?
Yeah, his brother Jersu, man. Yeah, he don't. I don't think he too active out there, But yeah, his brother Jersu, that nigga nice, man. But he's steadily growing quick. He like and like he. I remember when I first met him, he was fighting at around my weight, and I don't know what happened. Like a month or two later, the man fighting at 156, no 152. Then after that, now he fighting at 165. I mean, the man is just, and he tall too. I think he like damn near 6'1". You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Well, yeah,
and
I
that nigga,
could believe that. Cause what is he like? 5'11"?
nah, he like six. I think he like 6'1".
Who? Africa?
Oh, no, 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 no. His no, Africa is 5'5". Yeah, he 5'11". I thought you talking about his brother. Yeah, Africa like 5'11" to 5'10". Yeah, man. Yeah, his brother nasty, man. I don't know. He don't really too much promoters to promote him like that. I don't know. That's state business though. But all I know is he nice. I just wanted to give him his props, man.
Be like them two little boys that be doing the training, man. Them two little dudes gonna be nice. They damn so.
Oh, you talking about the Grandy twins?
Yeah, I think that's them. The two little dudes that look like midgets.
Two little dudes that look like man.
I
Well, I
only
know
say
you.
it's the Grandy twins. I just say that
Oh,
because they got like
oh, oh, oh.
they kind of like stock. They got a stocky build. They kind of like compact with their arms and their legs,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
they got
facts,
a
facts.
they got a nice sized dome.
Yeah, I got confused when you said that. I'm like, midgets, wait, what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the Grandy twins right there, man. I've been seeing them since they was like probably 4 years old. Some shit. Yeah, man, they like little grown
And
men
they
now.
were on your area.
No, I don't think so. I think they out in the Middle East. Yeah, I'm out here in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking they was out like in Cincinnati or Detroit or some stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
they over there, something like that. Yeah, man, them dudes right there, man. It's a lot of young talent, man, coming out, man. Lot, man. A lot to compete with. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here in boxing, man. People don't understand that, especially the amateurs, bro. Like trying to make a name for yourself just in that alone. Then you got to go to the pros, make a name for yourself. If you don't got the right exposure or the right people around you, or you know what I'm saying? If you don't know somebody who knows somebody, it's just a lot of BS, bro, that go on. I'm saying a lot of people just, keeping their head down and working. and you know that sometimes that shit don't work for them, bro. They get the raw end of the stick. They get a horrible deal. Or, you know, a manager do them wrong. It's a lot of BS, man.
Yeah, that be the politics of boxing, man. That stuff is hard to stomach at times.
It's crazy, man. But I don't know what BVO at, man. But I'm about to call it a night. OG. Yeah, I'm tired as
Yeah,
hell,
for
man.
sure, man. I know you over there on the Eastern board. Anyway, that's cool. I'm gonna try to put this up in. I'm gonna try to look for it and put this on there before I bounce out.
I bet, yeah. All right,
For
look,
sure.
this my number right here. If you send it to my number, if you get a chance,
I
put it in the
bet.
private chat.
I bet. I got you.
All right, OG.
Shout out to the whole YTBC and definitely shout out to BVO Boxing. Go check them out on YouTube. One of the dopest content creators.